ambulance. Personal ambulance.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable members of this august House, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, the good people of Ghana, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and let me proceed on the protocol so well established by the Speaker and say, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is both a profound honor and a constitutional duty to appear before this august House to deliver a message on the state of the nation as required by Article 67 of our Constitution. I do this with the perspective and through decades of public service, including my time in this very chamber as a Member of Parliament representing Bole Bamboy, and my previous term of office as President of the Republic from 2012 to 2017. My journey in public service, like that of our nation, has not followed a straight path. It has been marked by periods of steady progress and then by setbacks and by determined recovery. Mr. Speaker, that pattern of resilience mirrors the national experience of our nation. And today I stand before you to speak to another such defining moment, a moment in which our nation is on the rebound of national renewal and of restored hope. This moment is being shaped by hard choices, institutional resolve, and a renewed commitment to stability and national purpose. Mr. Speaker, in just a few days, on 6th March 2026, our dear nation Ghana will celebrate 69 years of independence on the theme Building Prosperity, Restoring Hope. This theme is not merely ceremonial, it is the blueprint that guides our administration's vision and actions. It reflects where we have been, it acknowledges the difficulties we have endured, and confidently declares the direction in which we are headed. At the heart of this vision are two complementary and mutually reinforcing agendas. One, the Resetting Ghana agenda, and two, the Accra Reset. The Resetting Ghana agenda is our national commitment to restore economic stability, rebuild public trust in our democracy, strengthen our institutions, and deliver tangible improvements in the lives of ordinary Ghanaians. It is about turning the page on years of mismanagement and confronting our challenges with honesty, and charting a new course anchored in fiscal discipline, transparency, and sustainable development. The Accra Reset, on the other hand, is our continental commitment. It recognizes that Ghana's prosperity cannot be separated from Africa's progress. It calls for a fundamental shift in how African nations relate to one another and to the world, from dependence to self-reliance, from fragmentation to integration, and from reactive postures to strategic leadership. Mr. Speaker, these two agendas are deeply interlinked because we cannot build lasting prosperity at home without contributing to stability and growth across our continent. Equally, we cannot lead effectively on the continental stage if our own house is not in order.
The state of the nation addressing an echo so na yawe kuku de makobrani mienu a wonom ebutu wonom a ye ne wonom edi enkomo ewo parliament house edika ma yenko zita nchen na eni zita endi enkomo ne yebisa ne se den na ekọ so ensam no san na esikoye omampani kasa wakan no ama parliamentarians no san no musifa esomo na den na efeye yen ensantrofo so ye kan de efa ho anti ebekọ ne akwa akodi enkomo ewo parliament house wa brazita okwan oyenso ntweni obutu class media group na ye ne no akasa bedika ka kira o se ha aye Accra 100.5 FM me ba chao I want me pesa wo kan komo twitwi ho enedue and you become live on Facebook, Accra 100.5. Mr. Wa, please be respectful of each other. In as much we value passionate debate. Your comment, everybody, no, yes, Remo. Yatem Didier, and Frimo, gather your mind back up a pass, Moje. Not yet, and come my year, Babadier, no, and no. Yabaka. You need to do another come on, Navy. You bet you are ginger. My penny excellency John Dramani Mahama Wakasa. One in some baby now to you. And some baby now baby is watching. Baby, I will for mine fear, baby. I journey, baby. I echo. And somebody does yepa. And somebody do drop. As we settled a US 709 million euro bond, many people were still recovering from an economic hangover. As we abolished the nuisance taxes that burdened Ghanaians. Tax on the Ghana for come Hagana for ye free honor. If America man Kabia Naya do 709 million euro bond, ye free honor. Sabre mayeka na yankodi enkomo ewo parliament dodo na na hanoma ye ne mo betwetwe honkom zita okwan ebutu wadoma ye college
president kaya o ti say ekoyima yo be dancing on say oman bia mo no wunya edikani a wo say ne manfo eyi edie eda na akoma so a obia owo bebia enya enidaso say nia eda wakuma so no se won sankan ye kra obi wo ho a okun ne ho day and night to make sure say we hear die no ebesipi, and that is nia no ne nia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abeda na di ene no wamba mbekasa keke but wabetre yen wabebu Ghana for konta baby ofa economy ni free baby odi ebedru na wanka baby odi edru keke so that omo doubt as to whether he's done anything to improve the situation omo be hu say watre yen send you see yen the way we bu konta better say show working, and that is exactly what His Excellency has done was show work ona Emma Obia who say answer. He's a president that is not just talking, but he's doing. And say, statements or diabano, statements are my that's all. Over gender sector now, only a typical example of phobia or the gender in Yama Atuna Kumaso issue of social protection. So what clear data a war it's a good thing because it hangs on your neck throughout. But this time, no, he took some pragmatic steps strategically, and we've been able to clear all the debts around issues of social protection, school feeding, and at least up to date. I know, I say 100 cycle. We are on the field payments. And for the first time also, no, we are committing resources to do reassessment of LEAP program. No. Now you show more, you are a friend of big LEAP. You be you are free LEAP. Almost any juma and almost situation I improve. Almost be free ho. Now almost vulnerable for one reason or the other. No, almost so abaho. And see, a lot of things are going on now. It takes a lot of focus for a leader to do that. We are trying firm, dedicated, committed leadership. And don't think you have to do that. You are working. The flow of constituency yo probably say mimbanya de manye ngene bimune nyenu akeshi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Ebakane State of the Nation's address Kobo, a State of the Nation's addresses where Jeno Kone a Viekeke, Sinokoni a Choga, Nabi, no ne fe, no ne banina, Heneke Jeke, Heneke Basheke, Heneta Wekeya, Nene fe, Kono, Nupako, Ne Chobuneke, the Ebaya no ne ye mambi anokwale ejimi she sande ke ha wo fe area ni gba wona akesi o abaye economy abaye ni bi agwagbe ni wonu sise at least o na akesi ke ba social protection eji ni bi eni di na agba ejeme wo he mo ke yeli di akesi akefe wo mahie nyen lo ni mi hu mi somo ye sise mi hu ni bi papa ni George ekome fio wo fe won ni ba hye no je dukome si fio wo fe won ni ba hye no so wo bi mi ndanye sin ke jo nupa no anke ba gbegbe ke bia no ye irado ye somo ni ejepo ye ha mi ke His Excellency John Dramani Mahama administration ye wa jo ni
Minister for Gender Social Protection, Dr. Agnes Namamolati, are all my key highlights of the State of the Nation's address. What gender ministry is seeing your kind efforts feeding any gender ministry? What the president intends to do, especially when it comes to solving issues with gender.
Okay, that was Zita Okwan. War CMG ha yanene butu adwem ono na ne ekoso e wo parliament no wone embrase bedwa 40 bi edi nkomo twetwe nkomo ene emsa akwanya honom se wo pese wo krom 40 asem wa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kan a utumi ka wo krom kasem anti utumi ka se ya da wo ka da kroba wo ka ye nkran ya wo ka fantia wo ka akan anatwe a wo ka enzema hanta utumi ka dagbani farafara gurushi sisala mampurusi kasa utumi eka anti akwanya no ewo honom ene wie ya kire se ene on the citizen show no enkomo enko ena yedie abadwafo betra se ebra esemu so no na ye no mo edi nkomo kama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or the Assembly or say we didn't arrest the dollar. We strengthened the city to put up a good fight against the other currencies. And that is what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can. Our nation is on the runway. It is in take-off mode and you are all advised to fasten your belt. Fasten your seat belt because plano babe to a taxi do runway so anti-what the babe shemse ra na wa komunika na fi we pejanimo te bon se enche kra bon se Ghana ko ene nam hwem na we tu no san hwem na wo ko gidi and yes ye be ko 35,000 feet above sea level yetimi ko 70,000 feet above sea level na tres me hono no turbulence bi ene ho na Ghana enamuwa na ye ko ene ye be din komo Amaka Junior ose se wadiaba Oma J Dangote Onososo no waba assemble no kai ose what a great leader referring to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mayanko na yani Zita okwa entwa yen common so obutu Parliament House na yen din komo
your president na Ghana
Yeche utemeni ana
na metewo ne Zita yen ko
pastor yen ko the member of Parliament for Kintampo North on here to chief for Moses ya mo make shadow na yen
na yen say yes from Ghana na yen say yes from what kadodo a edokoro Ghana ma no expense promises are be fixed. And then Eurobond, Mimbisa Media and say, at all force in what more than 700 million now won't try. What we are cano. Of Anko, Edico, and Sawam, final 809 million. And a Kwame Agboja as at October, what we are. Accra Fm motorway, $100 million. And I say situation say kwano to aso me fakumase na me Kintampo 8 years na do patching ko ayi plaster ko ayi fine asphalt fine atutu no na do ntimi ye pothole ba konkora from Kumasi to Techima. Mamin Control send there. His Excellency can say 2,000 yen a coin a yanokore. Support was no fix it. Now, Mufri Kumawu, Eddie Cop, or Munim saw my coin, or more MPP Nedema, your mamma to us. Papano, or yanokore before. Undid drop. At this room, I was saying, I your friend said, come on, Fana, can in any Janu Bafuma, technocrats, and so on fire in your open. One in our bank cabinet at say 20% of common fund, young fan a school than basic education. And no quantity 1.2 billion. Any other say young fan ye. One sense be not this be AC 6 unit classroom blocks. Any teacher dabre, any day nurseries. Union, Ediana Ghana, Nana Dumre, as a term of not cumulatively. School Daya, your friend is dilapidated structures. Near 5,600 NGOs, Edu Watch, or from and on Mumaya. Not our school dining in Ghana. But there, Edu Watch, say, the cumulative effect 1.2 billion from Common Fund and 900 million from Get Fund, Eddie. So the combined effect of TSCF, Common Fund 20%, for basic education, 1.2 billion. Now signed the 900 million from Get Fund, the Kamwa, almost 2.1 billion. The next 3 years, Sabine committees are you bet school infrastructure, 1,040 of them. In Chebana, 5,000 dilapidated structures and above. Is Excellency John Dramani Mama solving them or not? Or solve it? We never know about. Oh, His Excellency can say, Statistical Service say, we're far over, is it 1 million jobs? And almost say, extreme more. What are the 1 million jobs? One can say employment. What's it then? Jobs. There's a difference between a job and employment. Sa pokuasi intouch highway edikon sawam. Any teman kwa find or more no. Nia wotri excavator a job. Nia wo mix cement a job. Nia wo operate tipper truck a job. Nia wo steel benders. Nia mo steel benders a jobs. Nia mo load cement e bukas mu a jobs. Nia wo cars oil a job. Nia organizer wo tires a jobs. Enti one jobs are but distinguish between jobs and employment. And even so employment was say in records no more observable nurses nana do mre no want to me but you are almost, if I heard him right, almost 113,000. Okay, and for nurses no midwives or more absorb one so be within 1 year nana do mre na me wa parliament. This is my second term in parliament. I'm a quarter the highest number of questions on the floor of parliament. And then MPP Mreso Nana do say year of rules one way be brave. But the MPP for no mubisa the highest number of questions for Aquine. The Ben Umbe we or Marquine are throw D4. Wow. MPP for more parliament. Omo mubisa questions about our mukro Marquine pa. It means Nana do adi to NDC for you bisa questions be brave. Because you say I buy na ba. And was shebo so obey. It's Excellency 2,000 akwan okano. You correct. Oh yeah. The persuasion. Omo ama contract. After na contract and beba. But bia be media dance. Me say Kumasi kwama wo so ma patcha akwan. Ana nya sa. Accra Kumasi from my alpha baby because free Suhum in a friend say from Suhum back upward towards Bonsu Kwanta or my asphalt or find a baby altitude. So the man is working. Wow. Oh. Hallelujah. Oko. Akwan. Eye. Aban. Kofo. Epiafo. Aban Antoine so asem. Ohima. O na ona bo ayere ka say. Ende ya Côte d'Ivoire ati omufoko so. Côte d'Ivoire for ati omufoko so ndem shim mimini awudi machi. ware pastor wajigulo almost Liberia Cote d'Ivoire border omudo koko wa frame o se bra ya so ya tie de no se hum Ghana for omukura de no wo soro sebi omoye omo hu koko anansefo a koko fo be hu omoto and their daddy his excellency say one MPP trick nyina ne nko omo pese your mama nko bobusua na on fam betua koko na tambia Ghana nko so bobusua and his excellency John said sa bobusua bo no your guru atra yen so edom reform na yenye ne esafata na man nko nanim man nfa ne ntama fanya den emfra but it is not time say ebeka say ko bobusua fam be ma koko na se biona NC Hono Abedoso.
Yo, Yenjina Swara na minority for bye the year press conference Jerry Ahmed Babali press conference no. Inti yen my home America omu kaka omo say omo be aggressive first in the next 2 minutes say omo okay inti yen ready say you bit minority chief with Jerry Ahmed OD minority for him a press conference.
Okay. What my crowd one is and I am Comra.
Yenjina Swala or start here now.
Okay, and yeah, my NTB. Yanko. All right, Timamin Kaya T4 and ya a course or parliament in them Brasha fear or Mampeni the state of the nation address to Ghana for Nina and him through our parliamentarians. Now and no and come and ye guswa ye dino and nay Sadia Zita Ekayeno was a minority no yes for issue more putubriai our parliament and Yankwe na say one of I cradwa Yanko na yenkonkotie nia ekoso ewo hono ebi one of my cradwa my yenko na yenko febi.
Okay, you live. And which I will drop it and come back. Okay.
Okay. Until your homework day, say one of Shasia will just get in touch. Vivian upon or say BB Cosmentiasia. Gan had my baby I become first lady, no one the Samira Bamia Edinka home. Ade Vivian upon and a D way aba or say or no open Chiremopa one te as say Quabna amofo so elomba kwajo ye bois Frankie or say I swear. On also do diabano. Boy Richard or say Mahama, you do all. Amaka Jr. or say wish you long life, Mr. President, for the good job you are doing. We say Kevin, Elom, William or say they hated to hear the truth, oh bro. Okay, on also do Peter Simon or say Mr. President. Me bompa ye ma me tuche ma why are there now ayoko say I now see it very very clearly that the NPP politicians don't think about Ghanaians but only themselves. This is evil. Onosone dia wo de abanano. Mesra over to me de wonso de aba wo Facebook Accra 100.5. Wo comment about like na wa share ma ye be kenkan e de ama. My uncle Zita enche wo parliament na yentienia ekoso.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. This afternoon, we, the mighty minority, are here to bring to you our initial response to the State of the Nation address delivered this afternoon by His Excellency the President of our dear nation. Once again, Mr. President addressed Ghanaians as though he was on a campaign platform. His address was full of rhetoric, creating the impression that someone else is responsible for running the economy. Issue 1, Cocoa. We are all aware that when the NDC was in opposition, They promised that upon assumption of office, the minimum price they will pay for cocoa per bag, that is the producer price or the farm gate price, will be 6,000 Ghana cedis. Today, they have rather reduced the price of cocoa per bag, making the poor cocoa farmer worse off. They claim that there were some international market downturns. Therefore, the poor cocoa farmer should suffer for it. But it's the reason why the state has reserves. It's the reason why we have a country called Ghana. That when there's crisis, the state must intervene. What the government has failed to tell us is how much it will cost the country should the cocoa farmer be given support by maintaining the 3,600 per bag of cocoa. They didn't tell us. They rather reduced the price, gave a haircut, and today, Mr. President could not offer any reasonable explanation. Neither could he give a justification for this haircut. We again reiterate our demand on the President and his government. Pay the cocoa farmer. Pay the cocoa farmer what is rightfully his. The Ghanaian cocoa farmer is worse off and he deserves better. Keep to your promise and not empty rhetoric. Second issue is electricity. The President claims that upon assumption of office, the government has taken away nuisance taxes. We disagree as a minority. What we know practically is that government has rather imposed 1 Ghana cedi per liter of petrol that we buy at the pump. They introduced what we call Dumso levy, the energy sector reform levy, Dumso levy, which they hurriedly passed in Parliament. We are aware that when it comes to electricity, they have increased electricity tariffs between 25 to 30%. Even so, in practical terms, households and industries are worse off because they are paying more on electricity and it is biting them very hard. So on paper, the electricity tariffs have increased by this 25 to 30%. In reality, households are paying more than 100% in terms of tariff hikes. Because if previously an individual will buy 1,000 Ghana cedi electricity for a month, now that 1,000 Ghana cedi can only last for a week, if no less. We are all suffering from this. And the President cannot come to Parliament and tell us that they met some energy sector debts. What we are even experiencing is that Dumso is back. Dumso is back. Apart from this, we also note that the President was again interested in bureaucracy and nothing about actual jobs created. The NDC has been in office for over a year now. They promised a 24-hour economy, 1 job, 3 shifts. The President could not tell the people of Ghana as to whether or not the government has been able to implement this 24-hour economy. What we rather know is that since this government came into office, thousands of Ghanaian youth who were already employed were dismissed from the employ of state state-owned institutions. Some who have been in employment since 2017, 18, 19, and all were all sacked. The 24-hour economy is yet to see the light of day. In fact, one incentive that would have promoted this 24-hour economy is cheaper electricity. So if government is making electricity expensive to consume, to use, how does the government attract investments? In fact, the 1D, 1F policy, since it was cancelled, there hasn't been an alternative policy to drive economic growth. The Ministry of Trade has not announced any policy alternative to boost economic growth through job creation, through more businesses. There is no incentive for the private sector. So I repeat that this government is only fixated on PR rather than serious governance that will create jobs. Galamsey. Today we heard another rhetoric from His Excellency the President that they are fishing for the godfathers of Galamsey. Like seriously, you've been in government for a year. You are now looking for the kingpins of Galamsey. I would want, on behalf of the minority caucus, state unequivocally that this government is not interested in fighting Galamsey. In fact, the Gold Board that they've established, practically what Gold Board is doing is to promote Galamsey, because Gold Board has not brought up any regulation, any blueprint that directs its aggregators to buy genuine gold regularly mined from licensed miners. For them, it's a free for all. And there is no directive on this. Government is not making any serious efforts at fighting Galamsey. So we don't take government serious when it comes to Galamsey issues. Now, Mr. President talks about inflation having coming down. Are there inflation already? Are we going to eat inflation? What is inflation on paper when it has no effect in the pocket of the ordinary Ghanaian? If the president is talking about macroeconomic stability, you can achieve stability on paper for the IMF and the World Bank. But the real stability is when the Ghanaian people go to the market and experience lower prices on foodstuffs. But when they are complaining, you cannot use paper inflation to claim credit and ask us to applaud you. We will not applaud the government. We are not interested in the paper inflation. That is paper success. Practically, they have failed. They have given haircut to cocoa farmers. Thousands of jobs lost. Electricity tariffs have increased astronomically. Cost of living keeps rising within just a year. So if Mr. President says that they are in a take-off mood and is advising Ghanaians to tighten their belts, fasten their seat belts, we understand. So he's telling us that we should expect more hardship. We see that in today's submission by Mr. President, especially on the aspects of the economy that talks about strengthening the city, he was clear with the facts, and those facts we do not disagree with him. He says that there has been stabilization measures, but we know that these stabilization measures did not just fall from the sky. The gold for forex and the gold for reserves, these were strategic decisions that were and remain the brainchild of our flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The gold buffers that provided confidence, the framework that steadied the currencies, and the foundation that made today's stability possible were already in place before 2025. In 2024, let me give some numbers. GDP had crossed 1 trillion cedis for the first time, and growth stood at 5.7%. In their time, growth is hovering around 4%. Over 30 tons of gold had been accumulated. And by the way, they have depleted the gold they came to meet. The 30 tons of gold that we accumulated, they have sold all the gold in the name of diversification. How do you diversify when the gold prices are at all-time high? How do you say you are diversifying by selling your gold for cash when there's a time to keep your gold? Again, policy inconsistency. That notwithstanding, we think that instead of the president taking credit for it, he should give the credit to Dr. Bawumia. What belongs to Bawumia must be given to him. You cannot criticize an individual on a campaign platform only to assume the reins of government and implement the policy that you criticize. Today, agriculture has been abandoned. I am looking for Honorable Eric Opoko. I can't find him. He was such a loud voice on agriculture. And I respect him for the great debate he had on the floor. But where is Eric Opoko's voice today? His ministry has been rendered a good-for-nothing ministry. Look into the budget. Nothing was given to the ministry. Government has done nothing to promote agriculture. Production has not increased. All the numbers that they are parading are as a result of the gold board monopolization of the gold trade, and then the gold for forest initiative that we introduced. By the way, according to the IMF, as at end 2025, the losses incurred by Gold Board and Bank of Ghana had increased to over 7 billion cedis. We, the minority, hereby say that these 7 billion cedis could have done our roads, constructed hospitals, created opportunities in the private sector for the many Ghanaian youth who are unemployed, and in fact, it could have been enough to establish the women banking that they promised in opposition that they have failed. On Monday, we are going to bring to the attention of the country our comprehensive submission on the true state of the economy, on the true state of the nation. But for now, we conclude by saying that this government is only fixated on PR gimmicks and is only interested in political rhetoric rather than real action and creating opportunities for all Ghanaians. Thank you very much indeed. And to the cocoa farmers, with Ghanaian cocoa farmer, I repeat, we stand with Ghanaian cocoa farmers. We, the minority, we stand with cocoa farmers. Thank you very much.
Zita, I'm telling Accra Fm.
On a price and 100.5%.
Yeah, hello, Zita.
Yeah, if he is a honorable member for Dr. Asamoah, member of parliament, our minority side. Yeah, minority leader can if I say Obon so far, I will cheat us.
Okay.
Also, on one finance minister or some kind budget review, true state of the nation addresser, Yedi Ashaya man, Mra constitution, the Buman, so Rebabet say, Sika, Yamma, no Juma, or Diedi, na Obaya, no, one can be Papa Dia, I'd say, a facu per for Sika or opposition or castle between Yama or Mona and yatu abawie na de echo almost share boss umbetia titiscano 60 million almost buy no almost say almost the kind so almost boa umbetia 36 million avedu otia 36 million so almost samboa umbetia 25 million chese na chese entrono na udi enti de bosha odi share kuafo no said the MPP aban ye was no koko dwadie no saa ne wiase nyina ye ekosoro na aba form ekosoro na aba form enti enye senya afi na wuntimi nyoma a wo se o kashire nye na abeka chekuafo se na de ya toto na natata unim se koko ebre na ayi baomia na ekufu ado ebu man na nti etimi tiso na aka se yekuafo 65 million. No.
No.
There were different types of cocoa. So but there for one any because one again so Timonia clear. When I'm once at your corner shame, they will cocoa benny artist war. Could have went in over the down. Now when you say you have to meet cocoa so be so. And I feel say yati cocoa so. Cocoa block or soon, yes, a Ghanaian too. Said that Avico, Yabba Avico, so Avicos are war, Avicos to the end, Ebu Ghana, Ebu Ghana, and it is time our man Penny Casano. May Medana make them say, Ghana Assembly, and Ghana Assembly can in 2024. Ghana Assembly, one a year can in there. And you go home, so you money become and then can you phone to me to and they see go to $1 above from so for what you scour bottom of the cotton your man, Yatesono. And the one more time, the every said, Yatis scanning Suzuni scour bottom of the cotton. And our bike has said 2025 and Okaso be first teacher for 50,000. 50,000. I'm supposed to say 2025 a chum, 2026 a chum, and only state of the nation so banana become one son. So that I don't want count and then go the one time and then your campaign. Campaign 2024 campaign or yeah no. I'm saying I'm to see a fin or so yeah. Name and me and Sabbath. One who said, Nioma MPP Abaye, share. If you are senior man, course, so your dear could be a wood and near a shower, a man in a common. Yama, you are fortunate fear for swimming and it's your mocha. So it's a man penny car said, a party you are said, and Nantia, Obia, we are yaya, Chasabi, we are yaya, Yentimian. Yenti Mekono, the Betimianum, and Nutina share people near Mom with dear Guaquem, and no more on it. Gold purchase program. Yeah, if yes, no. And no, I buy by this. Omanako, 2025. Go do I to go and Yadeno. Menoka say what to Mufa. And your man and Koye. By the idea per se, Koye, said ye body of the Sumwa, yes, the Aquanimu. By your man, yes, she said, go on. Ghana of Robert Tia Fien Chakra, your man, she go on. Code Nyoma. Kodajuma sem digitization and your man is good on Yameboa na yeba 2020 yeba beto ba and but the airborne pie and said yeah can yanimre yankienka god board buy and your man too for no and no omontie eko nine a teacher for asem ye kan omontie and a teacher for mu gufia onontimi nya adwuma nye bebre and na nurse for ne over 70,000. And go for ye, when you are moving, and nurses near the Moka. In fact, teacher for 6,000 plus, and a good yam and no casino. O music my year over 1 year, Yentiumka. Utu 1 year, Juma 1 year, Yentiaka, Kuani Beji. So to the American and senior man couldn't 50,000 teachers, non teaching teachers. And what you and your man for your mouth. May say, and your man for your mouth was cow bottom. Cow bottom, I catch him, and I mean, wouldn't sell to only cow bottom.
That's the video. So, and me, I a minority member. Or aha,
I see. Aqua ni say no wonom etoaso honom and as a dear party biem na zita okwan obetumi amaye hu se koso parliament.
It's a savior, President Elikanya Kata, Bibie, war, chamber, Nemoye, Egosua, share MP's name on more money ever to train come more. As part the true state of the nation, say, no correct near President to the client. From minority side, any majority side, majority for say the brain near president in the kind. As I say, my buying a honty, the brain a say, I'm part of the president, Eddie Bibia to now from me. But net minority for Mushe Tum about a chamber for the state of the nation address, say, who say, Omuni, a queer for Coco, queer for a soon say. Or must say a buying Ediumuya.
Okay, Zita, you better was say na yako baby ania you best about one champion na ye ho chasa krofi so butu parliament ya enu aba ma chasa krofi ebutu ma ye be ko no so nchan na ye hu ne ekoso obi kasa honorable erikopoku wa yiran framem da bi onyiran framem okobo djuma pa eko Turkey I think owo Ghana megidi ye pa enti e be bomode ase esa be ka honorable erikopoku na ye bisa say honorable eye no krasa agric ministry no she say good for nothing ministry ama ye budget kra na ye mfa hwe emba hono mo ana ebi so honorable minister honorable Kopoku bo adwuma pa Ghana ne amano ni nyina amanfo ebo na baso pa na ba ne san ana ekoba ne san ana minority for disa enkomo we anti ye behwe na ya boy homoden wa bra ye ne chasa krofie wie ye ne honorable Kopoku subedi enkomo na ye tienia honorable Kopoku enso ebeka the afa state of the nation addresser koso and then so hanom ayefika me high Accra 100.5 of course Ghana ye tie ha say and pray this is the citizen show my uncle and Charles Akrofini come Charles good afternoon
minya
boko de minya
minya nyame adom boko na so ne anim no and then it's just it's a big day for you now Oman Ghana. In that day, in 2026, a year State of the Nation address. No, Mampenyin John Dramani Mahama, original simply so. Now, Odi and Anudin Sam Etuja. Efa Ghana here, the Bia Yakodu, the Bia Yefi, and a future and so no. Then and a buying episode Modigo Aquemu. Let me Matimemofono, Womu Ultimate Tomo. Into Brunibeka State of the Nation address. Sabri America say, dear, Omampeni John Dramani Mahama, Senior, Yaka, or Accra FM, a platform, or the Nanudin Semina, Abani. Minia, Yamabi na Chese, Oka Hunsem, Nanso say, made Chemo Senior Yama SCT, our parliament Hadia. Not just say, we from a main entrance now, Ubefim Wefi Conference Center, Hormone. The other PMO ever chamber block nankasana in deno not just security no na idea na ano den pa and so you be ananka over hanoma ebedin so be room so we need accreditation
okay
accreditation is the idea now we must so be ado be answer we room and say the first gentleman of the land no now we ba be PMO hanoma na me na meka military service na police service and after so some other national security individuals mo so na mo hanoma Mampenyi china simply so not just okasa no okasa be 2 hours plus 9 be na na minya sabre oka hunsem
okay
se mitimi bubonya mani bi so etre Accra Fm for the not just say wakasa bro ni beka say okasa about the macroeconomic indicators that say we share a year inflation sabre ya say atiaba from 3.8% we share senior ampo ASCD no performing against the US dollar and also major trading currencies of the world now. Waka Hunsem, just say over the period, Woshema, CD now appreciated by some 40+% against the dollar. Or see a idea, Woshe senior S1 administration, Wamu manage CD now. Wamu the idea, Wamachi dollar no, Nemono, Wamu I equipe, and after Wama enhance CD no, Amanenya Huading, Amampo, etime any dollar no, Akon into say. Ghana Sabria Yakasay, Ghana is back on track and Ghana is working again. nti ɔsi Ghana is on the runway nti obiara emphasize the seat belt akwa te say dia wuti car mo ana se car ne ba betu ana se wuti play mu na play ne ba betu a ye ma hu say o say wuti me ball seat belt ne ade no ɔsi baby adu yi de the take off period it's after the foundation has been laid nti oman Ghana the take off period that my to say ye ba betu fa nti ye hwɛ nyama bebre na impuntu duma bebre na and if him say ebekoso eriama timemofo no o hwɛ economy now Omapenyi Mahama MIN said economy has grown by some $13 billion.
Okay.
And I mean in GDP for 2025.
All right, just hold you on, Mami. Sisi Wadaroma. Hold on, Mami. I am calling Honorable Eric Opoku and Kasabasiaba Onasu BM. Honorable Eric Opoku, a Greek minister. Now, Ahames Redin Kobisa and somewhere His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Wakaye no sign Anna Onosu Esifahono. A very minority for a year press conference meeting. Sisi Samoa Mokan say the Greek ministry. It's good for nothing. Bibian Koso Honom at the Papa Bia anyone more. If you want to budget to crown, I said just Papa Bia Amfa Amma the Greek ministry. Another Kopoku Hamesu Awie Mahe.
Majo Suminia.
Aquabanso.
Medasipa.
Yadasine Ejmaden Soswa Obo Edeboa Womai Ghana.
Yes, Medamasi, any Ejma must move body boa Ghana. The man could tia meka, or man for who the echo. Na Accra Fm de no krenti tembi ambeka ma manfo hu no kra ekoso ye da mo ase.
Okay, honorable Yansu da wase. But Masambi said di kai say wo man yi mu.
Ene wa hu me wo parliament. Me wo parliament anka.
Honorable enti amama join me bebre. Ebra minority for yes twelve injure me. No am so wa apa wo parliament a say won so wa ye ya gudu we buban uni enti ina say na me hwa won so me ho enti honorable ho na ade space be na minority for sha omo ehuwe anana wo tete.
Je say em say the omo kan say the opposition me kasa bebre enti ade na men kasa sa. But asem ni ho ase ankasa.
No correct.
I was at Tambia, Okasa, Wabra, Ehiasa, Okasa.
That is it.
And the Assembia, Mecano, Brani opposition, no. And they, Ubisami, Assasam, no, Mecano Kama, Asa, Caneso, the Amon Kama.
I see. Mekai Brebia na me show Chronic Captain Smart. Asamwa woka ne noa na woka once sa wano da.
Me sama no da, me sama no. Now, yemi anom no. Yemi anom minority, for my confused. Oma confused oma anwene da sa NDC aban beba owura mama di ene we be ya adwuma ye ni nei wo man mu.
I see.
Na me kan ne de ye hu ni nei no enya ne ye pese ye ani ye pese ye koye nim. It is just the beginning. Na me pese aye ni afanyo ka se oma ne nya hwe economy ne ya se no paper economy ne ya niam ni nyina wo paper so uniform. Minia Kachri.
Honorable.
Obeka say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP for agina tum say on nim economics pa. Edina na do kofa an say o meboa no emu o man no. O kan so kan say bi.
O kan say.
O say when in doubt observe the exchange rate. Okay.
Mekai papa.
What is all person who say o man ni kasam na gina kama. She exchange rate na say exchange rate na ayeyi ana say anyeyi. O kan san sem we bra na NDC wo power. Na ye ka say o economy ye guso ye no say da bi. Economy bia we exchange rate no enye papa no. Na economy si kasam nya dai enyina yi. And you say when in doubt observe the exchange rate. MPP peso 2024. Omaya de ka makoba se Ghana mine yakwa bochezi yakwa kopabo se obi ase ye ma mbosia bio. Ye ba Ghana ye ma ye musi epabosia obi ase ye ma mbosia bio. Oma amaye mu banimfu a wo wi ase a onim automatic kasam no. Oma declare economy ni se Ghana si kasam ye ball economy. Enti wa wo sika sa wo de koye investment bia no. Ghana enye option also consider cry.
I see.
Ana buy no say akwasi broni Ghana ba je mo bosia me ka kire mo na say ye ntimi ntua Edimuntu shada mayen. Ana mpa kwasi broni ne Ghana abaya na do ne ba omiadi anim ye nkrata se samusimu ntintia kare dia de ye tua hye anim amamo na yenya ne sai ana bibi aban no omoye nhye se eye 2025 ene eto abawi aban obedi nkunim no ona me chance ye ntua ka no na 2025 no aban ni ntua ekanumu 17 billion 2026 ontua 25 billion saa kopim 2028 na onfantua ka no ena ya hyehyɛ ede ato ho ena Ghana fo a aban je bosia wo mo ho aban to bonso a omokoto obie aban se mo ameje musika menya sika ni ntua ema mo enti mo so mo de mi tua hyeda na Ghana yire no ho no ya adwuma ni Ghana nya sika Ghana timi atua ena no so tisha 2025 yeto abanu ya aban obedi kunim no obetua ka ni sei aban obedi sei obetua sei saa kopim 2028 mini o ka chiri
honorable
so wabusia panyini atoto wabusia sei ya na busia panyini no ka tro se waye adwuma kama ye mo na baso a obebu abusia panyini se na gire ya na mama yanka na kra in all sincerity ama ye to aba na aban asesa new government ne bedru ye pair wakaje kwasibo ni se kani nyina metuatua se de ezemetua na ye adwuma de atua enti 2026 2025 economy share se wo se yetua no yetimi aye adwuma atua no 2025 no 2026 yai yetimi atua emu 10 billion Ghana cedis ne 10 million 10 billion
Ghana cedis
aya economy to share dan hu si ho no yetua si ho ni nyina 10 billion.
Wow.
Ama sesia no ekano so ne de ka dollars na ye dollars nya ye bia enyi se de sidi no koto dollar ansa na de akotua ekano wa mo pe no so wo de dollar ba ko se sa na ji so wo pe dollar ba ko a wo de 16 cedis na koto edu ba bi kwa na 17 cedis enti ya kana na ye de kwasi broni no sa wo de se ba ye sidi mu a na economy is 741 billion.
741 billion Ghana cedis. Wow.
And there, ya adwuma ama ye cedi no ho aye den no. And then so for $1 na unya 16 and 17 cedis bio. Abu so kra unya 11.
Yeah.
10 point something. Na odi akoje $1 no. And this how the no, ye ka se twa ka ni nyina na. Yentia 741 ni biu. Ye kan so ate by 82 billion. Aya rate na ye tuna ye ni no. Enu ko ate ye kan so 82 billion. Afiso. Kati.
Honorable.
Wo se aban na nya de.
Wo se abasubo.
Ena me no ka sei. Ye kan na eso ate no, ene ye sha ye de ogu akwa so nti no. Omai bia no ye woka wo de na ne de tutu ajapade nyina se woton wo ma ni nyina usika benya no emu san ne betua woka MVP plan so 2022 na woton Ghana nyina so de kotua ye ka ne be san de ka wa chire 4% because na that to GDP no na ye 104%.
Okay.
Omo hande over ma ye no na woton Ghana nyina sika obenya no wodi mu 61% bekwa kotua ka within 1 year aban no de ani ato ho ne experience a yewra dwomama wo enti within 1 year pe no and na woton Ghana nyina sika obenya no wodi mu 45% pe e na bekwa kotua ka.
Wow.
Indi agwasibro ni say teze de Ghana man na gina yie enti wayi ya free amanya wo ma economy ne ye ball no e dia begina omanya ese ni die a chese ene wo sika bia de koye adwuma o Ghana unsuro ubetimi de akwa koye adwuma o Ghana se sia me no ka sai Ghana amaya Africa ha omusi kasama gina ye a omusi kasama ya kama no se yeri amani dua ya yi Ghana ka ho bi
yes
se si ame no ka sei eye sika Ghana ban de asie de ye frɛ no international reserve eno no ye de bisie wo gold mu ye de bisie wo dollar ene sika kaye mu
okay
sa sika ye de asie no se ba se ahotse bia ba wiase nyina no bia nya aduane ni a sika ye de asie no nko ano ebetumi asom Ghana bosome makomako enum ene enanson edaso
wow
wa bra mo hand over no me a wode akwa bosome yensa se wo bosome num a akaka na du bosome nsia
wow
ene e kache Ghana for the percent enu 2028 a yewra jomama bre hand over no na wode sika sia se ba sa ho che ba wiase nyina no bia nya bibia ni a ye de betua he Ghana afe baako ene bosome yensa
wow
ozu we nya de papa ave wo se ohun se enioma bo so de na paper so economy
nka me ba ho
otaveja yo kachiri MBP braso no na ye tossment bag baako 120 Ghana
yeah
na ba bi ye 135 ba me de me pese me fa de wo for no kra na ye 120 Ghana
120
enti obi akota de odwom bia ni so pa ye 120 Ghana and they sa cement na ye 120 na ye 80 Ghana in fact, 75 for Benya Biato.
Yeah, 75, 80. The maximum was Ropano. Now, the was Ropani 82. And I make me Coco Bisa say, will be a ton of 75 and 80. I don't know G82 to not be a coffin transport and Tina or no G82. And I find
so then, Yenia Afenyo was so Musanima Bosote. Now, him Ghana, never be a coffin of Bruce Beton Biano. Said now, Cofa Bedu has say, ya, it's $1 now. Na ho de ko pharmacy di na ya kese che ni ntino sa wo be ton ha unya di duru ha pe na de ba ye sidi ni mu a e wo sa ne bo ne ye dai e ba fom na de omodo ma gyensi su nyina ni koko no to fe ja ayi ka kire pa pen any paper so bi an so won chen wa ma ne fa pen any paper me ka koko ho asam kitu bi atro na he MPP ni NDC dia wadi akuafo na bro
okay paita fan pen wa fan paper ya be calculation
kitu a we dia nya den kra
okay
2024 MPP wa power no cocoa bag dunsia bia de friend ton no cocoa ton omo ko ton na bro bi kira omo nya $10,000 safi na kra no cocoa no pagya ya ko do $12,000
wow
you see average price on the toy now $10,000
per ton
fi say cocoa hu kwa atwe e wa abrochira na cocoa hu ayedin
okay
etidubra bi na o mepe cocoa no kutaska na omunya cocoa ni bi
okay
emme ma ne bo no ko do $10,000 per ton no ana aban no ma cocoa kwani o Ghana no $3,100 per ton
okay
nti aban no makwani no 31% of abrochebo no
okay
sa 3,100 no de makwani na bag dunsia no etu de bag dunsia cha cocoa bag dia MPP aban no to no $193.75
okay
yanya approximation into to cocoa bag bia no $194 eye 2024 cocoa bag bia $194
okay
eye simple so ukoto a ton no $3,100 and now chemu 16 a ubenya $193 $194 so what you say
yeah
ye to aba na aba no sesan in fact abo we mu twae no e na yen NDC ye gina simple say e free say cocoa bag na ha aban bi anya bi da so akonya cocoa bo kese saa na wode kitwa bi amakuafo na wono afa kakraka e bi si da Na bana nya de kra no. Enko ma kuafo no 6,000 Ghana. Almost 60% of the price.
Okay.
The kai ni. Abana nti. And oton santi one bag 2024 no. Oton $194. Me pa chonsa wachro.
Machro pa.
NDC ba power 2025. And a cocoa buono so pay. The entire buono so ate ne say. Consider ni say after the cocoa na bu.
Okay.
Ewa mansajum. By the interplay of demand and supply. So ne buono anyama no do so sa supply exceed demand. Eye dan ya ne buono be form. If you are sure no, you nya buono $7,200.
Okay.
But near share for boss NDC dear ba. You ma for 70% of Bobia Ibenya Bosibia.
Okay.
And to per ton nya $7,200 no. Ya buy no make for $5,040.
Okay.
A ton.
Okay.
Catch the one was on my for $3,100. But ya make for $5,040.
Yeah.
And you check here. Now you cocoa bag biano. Now you top bag $315.
Okay.
2024, I'm going to say 194.
194.
And at 2025, year turn of $315.
$315, yeah.
But what you say here?
Yeah.
Okay, young call your toss of me and say, yeah, to cocoa now. And the cocoa no bonus was at TBO. So say a tier for 7,200, I do 4,200. 4,200. Now 4,200 na so say no, e be do ye no. If you say cocoa bag Ghana, cocoa boson take akraka sada.
All right.
I'm putting it on record today. Say cocoa body na so tate. But cocoa boson take men ko ba say. They are binding to cocoa no. And not so chain there, Yakoto Ebenya, Ebisi Ghana.
Okay.
It just a year ton of 5,040 African in ho. $5,040 African in ho.
Okay.
Now Yakoto you 4,200. But what you say?
Yeah.
And only I say, there be so cocoa, you say, Canada swap cocoa board, Messiah Cassia.
Okay.
And the young share. Na ye wu kwa befa so akoko adwuma no ye betia ye na enkogu koko no it is 4,200 no ye say kasi ye makua ni 70% a kwa ni ho bekere no enti ye ma no 90% of the 4,200.
Honorable, hold on. More makua ni no for 70% ana 90%.
90%.
Na send you abane beboka, honorable.
Yes, abane beboka ba no be ka ketwa anya kase bebre. It is a siano 4,200 no. Eh ye tombo no ya makua ni no $3,780.
Okay.
$3,780.
Okay.
And to chem 16 na. So see a cocoa bag biano. You turn $236. $236.25.
Yeah.
$236.
Yeah, 236.
After when you born me answer. PP 2004 to cocoa bag $194. NBC 2005. A warrior 7,002 no to cocoa bag no $315. A warrior tiba 4,200 no or to cocoa no $236. Me say sisu obi onenya niye.
Sisu bi mame.
MPP 2024. Okoton cocoa nya $10,000 per ton no. Oto cocoa bag. Nobody can challenge this.
Okay.
2025 NDC Kotonya $7,200
no.
Oma cocoa kuanino $315.
Yeah, per bag.
Per bag. And a buono so tiba $4,200. One kuanino $236. Compare price me and say why na dia kuafo abro pa
hey na eba ne say na antimi bo honorable wo kan ne say ya na ya na madwene mai mi kunsan kakra anti ya parliamentarians ebutu parliament ne other farmers no eye entiase ana ye boapayo ana wonom ahyededa say wonom enti we as because we are simple ade na ye ton say ebo na ye ton nie ana ebo DG nie time ton which is 16 bucks no 10,000 USD no na MPP almost 3,100 it means one bag was 194 USD.
Yes.
Maybe. And at the end cost 7,200 no. Ton na baba 315. Maybe.
Yeah, bag no.
Bag no ababe 250.
Ton yeah $5,040.
$5,040, yeah.
No actually 16. Now about 315.
And at the aba na ababe do 4,200.
And yama ton 3,780 yama kuyani no. Do chemu 16 no abenya
236.
Yes.
Ana aboni amuye mbema Ghana aboka wo.
Ghana beboka. But anya kese bebre se enka ba be kase bi maintain price na mbajo what you say.
Matias ye.
Na fa tie ni e. Dia yenu anu ya om say omu makuafo bo kese ye che ne se. So we dollars ye check ye. Meboa.
Dollars yeah.
Ghana so yemfa dollar to koko.
Ya the city.
Ya the cities na eto. Enti gisa wo the exchange rate no. Wo the multiply dollar na wo ho no. Na wanya cedi equivalent.
Okay.
Enti wo mo no so na economy na say na ukuta over $1 gisa all the 16 cities no. Almost the 16 no and be multiply 194 no.
Okay.
No akonya 3,100. Enti koko bag bi ano mu tua cities 3,100. But what you say?
Matias ye wa ha.
So what they say about ye nanka exchange rate no. Ejina 16 sa de omo de net ya. Ega yan so 315 na de ma kuani no. Ega wo the 16 no na be multiply. So what the 16 no ko multiplier. Ka koko bag bi akuani bi abenya $5,040. Ghana cedis.
Okay.
So what you say?
Matias you no abo.
Buy no ya adwuma ma dollar no akofo ma cedi no ho ayedene. By the time I twa no. Ya first 16 bio what the 10.25 10 cedi 25 pesos. It would the multiplier and my kuafo no 3,228.
Okay.
And when them before that say ya mamo 3,100. Also mo de ndia kitwa bi no mo de aka ho. Mbaja what you say?
Matias ye wa ha. But
honorable. Na omonso
ye be ye dai na kuani no atensem we a wonya bre ne adagere church mu ye beda na kuani na tiase we kwafo no bebre ho no I don't know whether it's brainwashed and na say eye boa payo. What you say?
No, omo nyantia za me do be si baby.
Okay.
Che church we.
Ono abere kopoku.
Sa we economics a. Anytime bia ya fa say $1. Now what's the exchange rate? What the exchange rate in the cost cities no? Exchange rate no ankasa no. And measure the value of your currency. It would measure we pay. I was so here the security to the mood drone here because they about exchange rate.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
I guess you can do no the mood drone here me make sense there.
Matias ye pa.
I can't answer what you say.
Matias ye na say de be yakuani ne so betias ye no. Enu nie.
Oh, ye be come for mama kuafo na tias. Me binya sense kura.
Me da se.
Ebra me omo 3,100 cedis no. Eso say na exchange rate near 16 no. Na nyoma bo nso kosoro bebre.
No.
E bi sabre no. Na za wo koto petrol gallon a. Na petrol gallon no and in 15 point something cedis.
Yeah.
Exactly in the one bag sika, cocoa one bag. Eko just what they talk petrol kwa. 3,100 no. For 15 cities quarter. Now have here. 3,100. Kwenis what the quarter petrol good fuso. Sabe 3,100. Gallons do do say we betin ato. Obeti ato gallon mako 206. Majority ase.
Matias here wa ha.
Enei ese rate no ba form no. Ama nyoma ba form. Enti 2,587.
Okay.
Eh na dia dima or the Koja petrol no one, petrol no ye. And that nebo no ye 9 CDs some pesos. So there's for 9.5 for check it.
Okay.
What do you call for 10? You for 10 check
it. 10.
For 10 check it. And today 2,587. And now they got top petrol at 10. What to say? Over 258.7.
Yeah.
259 gallons. Kweni na nan kotonya 206 gallons no. And then point is can so ateno. Because of the effect of the exchange rate. We're to 259. And you walk at now you're kweni no. And the amount 3,100 so koto petrol not 206 gallons. And we'll be somehow 2,587 say. Maybe petrol there. Over 259 gallons. Cause just one give the whole pass. Can we in and cabbage?
And I will imagine with the whole pa.
Yeah, in and cabbage.
And I believe say well in the cabbage.
Then again, so can you decide to say on the cocoa bags you can never talk. You have a cement. Sabena cocoa bag no ya 3,100 and the MPP no. Okojina cement no one. Over to 26 bars because now we are 120
yeah.
Cities.
Yeah.
And they the 2,587 no. Okojina sa cement no one. Exchange rate na tin si kan about 2,587 no. The same exchange rate no at cement no so about 80 cities.
Yeah.
Eduquiani no otwito 34 bucks.
34 bucks exactly.
One can choose the
No, Bani say because minority can some do na one maka keka wait me aba betre him my atiase koko die waba be ye free honum atimu eguso achirechire mu a meme de matiase pa I believe say ye tie
for na omo kan sam ye no bi ho na mpese na du he kuma me to aso wi ansa na fofo kra aba
and e ko ekwan dem
o say and ko say e kwaje busia na nka ye di betua ka no na kuafo koko ni yente so na wo mo a enko mbekwa kwaje busia e di aba e di abetua sa aka no na yente koko kuani no bag no so ka chiri
sa
so unim sa MBB wa mamu no omo je busia wo banks no so omo de koto koko ye fa no koko bills
okay
Cocoa is almost 7.9 billion Ghana cedis. Ebra Ghana deka Ghana into a cocoa board so ka say almost soon to us akano. It almost ye debt exchange maybe to cocoa e can share that. The almost ye ni. On the 2004 no sa akano the no make you 5% pe. Na ye to ba wi 2025 ba ba no. 2025 to 20%. 2026 to 25%. 2027 to 25%. 2028 to 25% na NBA. Enti afena munya koko $10,000 no kano omutua mu 5%. Ye ba no 2025 20% ne yetua. 2026 I was say kano me say ye no yekotua sa 25% na da yanim no. Azana next year ya say 25%. Azana 2028 yetua 25% naka ho. Eti bank ya kwaje wo mobosia watu wo ka hye dey. South the cocoa board call say me kwaje bosia na wa san dia koso akuafo so a. Wo hwe bank bend ni sika be ma ho. No ba jawa dia se.
Matias ya wa ha honorable.
Then again say yesa kwaje bosia say de wo mo ye na ede Ghana kojina akanimu a na ye no omu me difference be na wom
difference bi eni me kada ye buregu wonom
obi aboka ama Ghana ya declare ye say ye ntwa ye ka ama ya ka so economy ye bola why ye bre be ye economy na fi bola so na be zina kwa so na de oje bosia de ka to asan ba say ohu yan ka asa ko oje bosia we ye tie na fem
dabi emwa
aso am san say an ka say ye bo ye diska bi to ho na ho kire ba yakwa akofa na de abeso akuafo na sene kachire
honorable
me de to record so de also ba dia tinyi bia no ubeti afre me de honkata beba
matekasa
2007 President Kofode Ajiba say yanya bia ye friend Cocoa Stabilization Fund yamo foto ensi ho
mekai
na eda Cocoa bo so beto no ye dia support akuafo odina no boss no wan fa sika say Stabilization Fund no anya adwuma
I see
2014 na President Mama say Cocoa skabia yanya bia no yemfa biensie na da ho se beba no ye dia hwe akuafo no every 2014 ba no every year na NDC the $150 million and to Cocoa Stabilization Fund nimo
I know that
ye lusu election no quote me Erikopoku me say NDC lusu 2016 ni o Cocoa Stabilization Fund da ye dis ka tu se akuafo ho kire o ma ye de be hwe o mo
okay
me ko kan ho asembra ye lusu election na me ye rank member no and I can say 150 million san ye di tum 2014 2015 2016 and before by out daily got by publication a banner headline for front page story so mo ko check here no sikana da on the new the americano na sikana ye de be anso ko 102 million Ghana cedis
yeah
what ever say 102 million Ghana cedis and a jomama buy and the NDC 20 years this year say for which one yankofa
okay
yen ya no no e you should scan your man san for 1 cedi to Stabilization Fund nimo
what dey den
that is the question
omo dey scan here den
eno ne question ya obi area ni mu no
omo yi film na ba ni sign omo ase yamfa fufrantum
yamfa fufrantum omo fa fufrantum ezesi ayaba sesi ai 2025 fi ani ebe tia be build ba fa na wa bra Cocoa swati
dabi
ebe bo no do 10,000 no ana wo se unya adwere se eje se bia na transfer bia ye fa sika ni bi nyadai ensie
the doctor
ko bi nyadai ensie
anka ye njam kwadu ne hunsu na obi nim ne ebe badache
obi ne ebe to tra afi wo san se omo person Cocoa so tey finance minister at the Ghana taxes $70 million shemu a amfa ha obi ama ada ne ye de enye ne sa ye ne sa sanka akuafo ho beto mo ba mo kro ya no e ka mo de kosibro ni wa brochire de mo de Ghana ha no mo tua sheda se 2025 yen tua 17 billion 2026 yen tua 26 point something billion
on agreement
as a cia ye tua ntini nya 10 billion a ya fa anya kwan anya nsu a ye de akotua ka ayi ka ye de nsi won ko a 10 billion be last week kwan ye de kotua ye enti se e ka we da ye nim na ye kokko a ubeti akofa ka foforo asa akoka ho
dabi
sani na economy ni wuntimi nye
na the question is besia no kra wo kwa akobo no kra no edika wo kobo bi wandi uhuni enti wo kobo bi am ye ma na efi ye toto ni oma to ye kakra na efi na wo san so akwa bobisia sande e ka ba bedi wanim ontumi kra mbo
ba bedi wanim so what is it
Matias
anti de eni anu kana kwa se afini no omunya asem bia nkan fa aban no ho enti se Cocoa abasa bia eni yankasa wo Cocoa ho keke eni se omuye dede wo Cocoa no ho ba meka ama obi ate se se aban yemienu MPP NDC na ba kwa koton Cocoa nya $10,000 no ama Cocoa ni Cocoa ni one bag $194 na ba ko so koton nya $7,200 no ama Cocoa ni no $315 na wasa koton no nya $4,200 no ama ni $236 enka do ma $194 no uji sen ko so nya no kra kasa
no
ofere dia
no eno na wanwan no honom no na dodo na ebisa se enti yenuanom akuafo ene yenuanom minority enti this simple calculation na wonom nim in the name of politics boapayo wonom hihya ke kansan bi gu akuafo binum asum but onim research kra ba beto dwan say 56% of cocoa farmers at agiatum atiase ana ebi enso so be 11% bi enso so
na on say the entire akuafo atiase say Yeni Côte d'Ivoire cocoa sem no. Ya bohye. Okoye nkro ni biswa. Baby o hono ma. Côte d'Ivoire for hata cocoa ani on say hata e de wa ha.
Okay.
Enti bia we bu obekosoro na we bia akofom no. Na hafo twe ye de no ko.
Okay.
Enti brand before ma akuafo 3100 na ne ka se so ano. Na ye cocoa no, Côte d'Ivoire ni Togo.
Yeah.
Enti am ko take committee bi say omo na ehwe se koko no mo man ko eno nka che committee se koko bi amoba chi bia no aba be che miensa de mienu amamo na abaya fa baako
yeah
e don ko tiri koko anane boye 32 million Ghana cedis ena aba ne se wodi mu 21 million Ghana e de ama wo mo
okay
eni ase ne nyanza be de wo so bo ho ban eni ma no ngwai ba se si awon sa Ghana koko yen so ogun koko d'Ivoire bio
dabi
because the egu Côte d'Ivoire no mu nya atofo
Omukranya omde ebeba.
Omuzukranya omde eba kafa.
Sa pepepe.
Nti se fot ubu omanya. I was taking decision eba bo oman nchekere. And that is why I ka mimi yakuani ni bi mi okoko ni bi. Ya tu kokko ni ma eba bo a. Na mo kokko adwuma no sai kra. Na ya yam from so a ebi nsi da. Enti yemi anu de dede kuru keke. Na omabanyi ka so kan yi. Se wo yan shisha wa panyi bi agu akwan so a obi a obedi akonwa no ase me di gold sie saa se be ya atoyenjem bi ato ma we ya bosom akomako edunum eye afe ene bosom me yensa de ye gold de sie hu sika be pia hwe o man na ama ye ho nkire o wa adwemo ne
dabida
de obe yi o man na fikam ama broni ani age o man no se na de mo man na gina yie eti o ma we ye man bosia ebe ye yie no wono we ye paboni ni
dabida
wono anya adwuma de o de koto kam na aya adwuma enti amu de opposition ni akeka keke eno ngika bi keke na asembia ni wo masem no mo kanim
Anabaru ko pok me besa ye ba Greek ministry honom na ye hwa nyame adom oba be fa sa bendwai anamon ne hihye ne totoye bi a wotimi because minority ye press conferences here en chair wo mo say sisi akra the Greek ministry is on redundancy ministry honom bi papa bi ankoso bi ni ho a ekoso so enti budget mu kra no ya hye de ntwasika bibia papa bia say a Greek ministry no mfambo mo ho bra hono etisen ho.
As the Minister of Agriculture, yeba no na ade ha Ghana pa say na aduane ho odin.
Okay.
Enti na ma aduane bo okosoro pa. Last year Saturday na a bro bag you turn 1,500 1,600. A mo bag baby na na ya hosem.
Yeah.
Enti ya je say yeba ya makuafo ndo ho ahyeku adwuma no mo.
Okay.
Na yet me aduane abu. Na agriculture mu no ye wo yare bi wom. Your friend good bad good disease.
Hey, your friend is saying
good bad good disease.
Good bad good disease.
Yes.
Sosket.
So I really say can be a go be aduane abu no. A good more mine because the another phobia aduane adi.
Okay.
By a bad mercury because omunyeska was omunya no yede
every mo
in the way aduane ma bu.
I see.
Am aduane na yefo am akuafo no nya wo musika mfrim.
Okay.
And you go social media who the akuafo si say ya bro
yeah
yes 250 cry nya to for 300 nya to for last e di ababa ko ne nya 1,006 so what dey
yeah
good bad a good more mine say o mine ba bia nya dia to for ba ye bad e makrani na what music I dey e shame
no
and a bad good me say aduane ashort o manim na ne bo no koso so akuafo benya sika ba na o mani nyina nso ye dai
ebre
eno ne bad good nti e friend good bad good disease
Adiana
so see the home say ano e good bad
good bad aduane
o man no de anya aduane bebre na akuafo de e di yaw because ebu ye nti atofo kra ho ayeden now so we just know my name and bam bebre ya hello
ana bu ye tie o pa ha
so we just know my na aduane bu bebre ya ema asetre mu ka no eye ketwa
no kre
ezensi am no ka sei Ghana ban amasika yato aburo yato mo ene niema ye de asie gare nyina ye de asie
ba pastor
so ba ya dabi a ahoche beto ye bia no ye wa aduane ye de asie komba betu akofa ebi si Ghana da this is the first time ye wa mama da Roma ye build strategic stores for Ghana
okay
now okay je so ka babro
pa
Joseph Diana da ye no so ye no wanga za aduane bebu
what kind of
aduane bu a won to bi sie na komba aje wo mo
no kre
it is a Ghana to aduane asie na baby ahoche ba yafa enya good news mo man
that's good news but my question
and
is
this is happening
farmer now
under our watch
then na ne ho aheha no kakra kweni na wo bre no kweni na wo bre no ebede na no so ne ho aheha ne kakra because ono so invest wo kuayenim enti eno na wono mo yama abai todigu ho na na
yes eno ne yetogu ho no nti ya hwese se ba ye akuafo benya market no aduane ade ma ye school fo di wo school nyina ye ntom free Ghana ha
okay
unko tom mu a ya kafi baby na ba na se wo ye mamofo abai no bedi
okay
unko tom ba yire free baby anu bedi o to bro free baby anu bedi obi ato free ase ya se ba ye benya market kase ade ama akuafo no na de omo ton no bo no so atekura no o beti ato afi na Ghana nso ebenya eho emfasoro o ta be dia
ana ba rekopoku
actually MPP time no se na aduane ti se ya san ko meka so mbe do have you
go me kai se me to eno kwa no me koto wo hon de say hon ye techi mai bebia endwe won fear my side won kro no de say mema ye de a bro one bag and a breme and I bought it around 1200 then and Kwanza I bought it from in Kwanza 1200 and he said when you me adom na ende a bro bought me says he 300 ni 350 kra nyina wo mu a wo mu yellow corn white maize you know ni nyina na me say bia na bo me say yellow corn no bo no wo so kakra sen and na bia be 350 aha
ni na ti no aban say ya nhwe na ya mfa irrigation ameka ku adwuma no ho a epesi aye ho be kire ye
no kre
edika sika dodo a ye de my minister of agriculture bia dodo ni nyina no ye de irrigation dia ma ye kuafo no
okay
se be yo menye nsuo na epeni ho omotian bia ne ane amaga na adidie enne be ma tabia biane adoso wo mamu na obi anya bia di on say ashaman irrigation na mbi bia jene emo ne niam awo no ye ne 1960s efi wono obi anya rehabilitation obi bia asay anya aduma tezi ade ama contractor ka akra bi ni awie
I see
tezi amino ka say abaime irrigation dada no ye no foforo kra ka akra bi ni awie
oh wonderful
tezi amino ka say ye di nipa ko asunafo south ye drill boreholes
wow
amekanaze di ama ma edo tomatoes no se ba ya fini nyino betu bia tomatoes
god
ye the contractor ko fetanta jere brekum area ho
okay
ho so ye boreholes amekanaze e di amakuafo na se ba ya fini nyino betu bia ntos
okay
ye tu borehole no Makumaku 250 was same Mantemu.
Same Mantemu.
5 northern regions, 250.
Wow.
In fact, yeah, the Makumaku 23 core secondary schools move.
Okay.
Because you say yeah, school farms. Omusunyebi. The Akano, yeah, the coffee that you demand man would be a vegetables also. Wow. Vegetables also. Yeah, yes, seed, you know, yeah, yes, seed, papa. Yeah, the mama, I have a patch the uncle Cafe Burkina Faso. No, it's the amount of produce from Wenchi. Near to check the amount of man, dear. Now, Omudiano, yeah, the buyers never turn up with your Mudia no matter a horn Murphy honum. Says here, a few way, same Mantemu, irrigation Makumako, a do for cry. Yeah, baye. That I know also, and what say, Yanyasika. Ya de be rehabilitation na nyina asabam sabia e be move ye kuafo no ama no ba ye be bia nyina no aye from January to December oni so na no ye aba meska se akwanye ko ba bia no ba ye na e ma ye nya ka asemfa ma no ye nya makomako 1000 kilometers ye nguni nyina kota.
Wow. Wow, baby ti sa from plains e ka ho
After place, the Ziam no say irrigation go so the sea go a omoye ho adwuma. E honso na farmer service center na bi kan no. Ye ko si no ho. The next 2 weeks, ye the Ghana man panyi be ko after player o dey so ko bo ho. Na ye see farmer service center no. Ya ka tractor makomako ahensia bi osia. Hello.
Metia opa no abo ya so guso ayeti opa.
Yakra tractors makumako ahensia abiosia.
Okay.
660. Combined harvesters 200. Any fidia would be can we had this no. Santa be a big go.
Okay.
Kwenia wokoda winis ka kodo no. Ko hokoje tractor kodo. Udia wie na ton awakwa kotuaka.
Oh wow.
Edu bra ucha koje combined harvester na fa koye. So enye Sikado do say osu sika bebele na betu ya adwuma. Ye market to bi kura na agre da ho. Na o pass o be so o man na e betu ya adwuma man fa so bebele ya den abo man ni.
Wonderful. Near Oman Penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and there were some to do a day actually, and there, okay, we inherited the economy and a severe crisis burdened by debt caused by years of reckless mismanagement of the economy. Unfortunately, Honorable Ahomano Akate, and yes, you boy, homebody is Aka, Honorable Kupukua, even in the betras. But then, what's this mu ama yehu, Yatino be a see ye, but I can't. But in what you say, my penny, His Excellency Dramani Mahama say, I can say to you with confidence that Ghana is back and Ghana is working again. Osanso can say Ghana is now among the top 10 largest economies in Africa. If we say Ghana, I'm say we're on the right path. If you're my penny, my yet say, Ghana kaya de Eurobond. US a can near dome Eurobond 709 million dollars no ye tia a day a free honum. And our babach them say nuisance taxes be to say na COVID the dear no ye abolishing in ye saw how no a dear fee Ghana for so and to tomorrow say John Dramani Mahama. Yeah, dear. What's that when you can the boss? We didn't arrest the dollar. Dollar ne brebi atwa me say arrest no. Unfortunately, enim nipa wadiki no koko bie no handcuffs. And then sells one of my dollar ne scientist Montia. Wonya hwade ana wadi mirika baba woko. Or say rather we strengthened the city to put up a good fight against the other currencies. And that is how come we are able to get to the pedigree we are now. Our nation is on the runway. It is done with taxiing. It is in takeoff mode, and you are all advised to fasten your seatbelt. Na men dane me hombra me ba enkomo honom ye bedi abujafo betrase wo message no fabra. We are live on Facebook Accra 100.5 FM Accra 100.5 FM wo like wo share now do comment na ba na ye koye name ye from Kechire kwesi apia apreko otafrija me ba sisia.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush your teeth and
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, it's Sasinabo. Yes, Abba.
Yes, Abba.
Afizi. Obiaba tomato assassin. In Sasa. Nobody the foam. Anu na Benji Estate and Investment Limited. Okofaba. Was a Bragana for you, Nara. In Sasa. Langat Sam for Sambia Renew. Atoya. Within 2 weeks. Naya Yamu Pepes. Near Zama. Sasa Papa Gugu Baby today. Chopoli. Apo City.
Central University near B5 off the Flower Road. Shy Hills. Afienya To Estate.
And Ambiambia Bebre. In Sunan Kania. Are available? Yes, Assassin Susi. Oil electrician free. And not secure. At Tonsasina. 2 weeks. Yaya Krata. Near Zamo.
Aha, Miato Vao. Mr. Kokwe. Nela Nibanyo Dinafle. Yikanya Gade Kamalongo. Langade Nyade Kamalongoa. Kejagbana Dota de Benji Estate and Investment Limited. Afimanya Anibanyo Kata Fredume.
But Muslim Kanwe. Not Jersey. Not furniture. One main office. Our Tama Community 25. Opposite DPS International School Junction. Off Aplau Road. Fresh.
0555 229 909. Anna 0248 780887.
Benji Estate and Investment Limited. And Sassi for
Me Junior Mengro, my bravo hope. Now, when you not Joe Bagrosano. Now, dear, when you're minimum the Samoa, or what personal knowledge natural health care so I hear. And not the Benny say you. Peske, I won't 70 or 10 so Cassimo Boo, who prostrate I can say, I'm on your June so woman. Say yes, stroke. Diabetes, hepatitis B, pressure, 60 yadia, afichicroma manihunu, and namu yade hodo was
or won't feed you pa. Afe oba opesa o hips anasa o to eya kese ye hodwuma se stretch marks ajo wedie no aboso a ye yi free ho berima obema swa a opesa ye pagya mu no bra best care ewo enkran La Paz Nyameche Junction Grand Prince School no achiwa Kumasi Bantima G Runabout your medlab achiwo baby ani edan Sahuman Rabank woman noa. Sahuyo so empomam Yene Church of Pentecost ene di hwanimu. Takwa Roman Stores Yene Zenith Bank edi hwanimu. Sunyane yawo Rex Yene Total Filling Station no ene di hwanimu. Ena Takra de Anaje ye ben Queens of Peace Academy Yene Koi Filling Station edi hwanimu. Fre Peske ewo 055 773-8555.
Peske quality hair.
Give us P capsules. A memedry. Manum bia ye benmua. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Betu esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules.
Give it to me, baby.
Give us core capsules so e.
E mane meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete wo mo no. Yedru no no. Manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Give us in no. Amen ni jia bebusiemu papa. Give us P capsules.
Men na wadi infedu watwede kronkwan na efa.
Give us core capsules.
Apemfo abata wo mo manufo ne nkwada wo ne infedu mienu nka ho. E wo drugstore bia motufo nko Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
FD Ashusha Sa Ejedi Nkrato Imu Adia to Muse Eye.
Abusia, my sign my work, baby. Na yankai will share Accra 100.5, of course. The season show. So and I was so going. Medical culture so to me. I share like Eddie Maye. Frank Trinity. Oh, I see. Frank also and Najin Traba. Parkway Thomas Ose Bawasa Bao watching you live from Tema Community to BBC. Okay, on also there Wode Abanano Renal Lopez. Ose Afanya is just shouting to impress Dr. Baumia. Oh, do you think so? Okay. Ose this MPP guys are deaf to wise counsel. Anyway, if Eric Derry, yes, Eric, I see you. Hadi Mohammed, I say good afternoon. Watching you live from Motorway Police Station, and also Zakaria Olubayo Tanimbola. I say good work. Reverend Zakaria Olubayo Tanimbola from Wasimi, Lagos, Abeokuta Expressway, Ogun State, Nigeria. So Ebenezer Mokto says you and this list. Always reward Accra FM with your mouth. Eric Derry, good afternoon. Eric, this is Keche, this is not Nana, and we are here. Okay, Aziz Abdul, please. Okay. All right. And Michael Danso, me ho de Onyaminipa, me ho de Dinah Baka, Odiaba, Emmanuel Ata, me ho, ene abraphobia, dodo na monko so amonfa embra bekenkan edi amamo Dominic Jamra, ene mo ka ho nyina. Ebusha ebe ayebe Nana Kofi Ahin Kingsley or say o say chia MPP de egu ani say egu puto o de aba. If I am here, ye ba be income and I have with me Godfrey Okanse, or a tax analyst and executive director of Revenue Mobilization Africa. O Fiduemu Ewaha. Sana citizen ato Kwamena Daze aka Ato Abulai. Sabebe and Yura Same, Agri Executive Secretary at the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana. Kobrani mi say Hanuma ye babedin come Koma ye babedin enough and so na yeho. They feel the way forward and send back come and we be PM ya discuss it. If ya make I won't come out hopa. I'm for Mamunina Jo, Mamma Kwaba so.
Thank you, Yajosu.
Bibia the din there. Yeah, do bad ya say. And I believe say na obi be say ye tie na ya hwe ne ekoso ewo parliament ni bi o mampani koye na or the state of the nation ekokotu dwa ewo mbrahye bedwefie minim senia papa Agri, let me start with you. O ten say hu ne say ekosay
mfechi akese ma o chefo ina ya do wansi ya hwe ni akoso na in fact we better say all kudos to the president and the team no the juma abo
okay
oye ni comment na na presentation ni na no na nema bia ya bobo so no we least expected the senior city ni take here by surprise but nema nkitinkiti bi o mu amefi se bianka ya dane na eni kakra
okay
abeboa and say
no maybe it is
share road sector no we share your friends and industrial sector
okay
no sanya mami no way it me dani ni kakra
the road sector and the industrial sector
road sector no and say manti much about our railway lines
okay
and no nka and so beboa
the railway lines no
railway lines and I have industrial parks no roads na ba be no how interconnectivity will be with the industrial parks. Farming communities. No? These people can then produce more to feed the industries that we have.
Okay.
Now, for 24-hour economy, this way, we mean holistic approach. You identify 10 main products.
10 main products.
10 main products that we want to really push, and then we give it a time in the next 2 years. You know. These are the products that we are going to leverage.
Okay.
Going forward, no. Until we share, BBT say brown half, for instance, we share the poultry sector. It was an area, no, very keen.
Doma.
Until no na, kase bet me identify na the whole of brown half, no. Niamamba ni bet me aye ho no mo ebeboa.
Okay.
You identify ni aye expansion, no. You share north, and then ni bet me aye. Ya pick up no ni aye ho ya ba Kumasi a then ni betumi aye ho ni ya pick no so ni aye ya ko Cape Coast ya ko Accra Greater Accra then ni betumi if you say about education then let us produce the friends education sector no and in the akutin was anema what pharmaceutical and also areas ben ni betumi amana etum pompa until every region must have something unique that you can identify with now you know you expanding to the best that we can do. Until the end, when people travel to come and do business, they look at where I must travel to until they move to that region and then go and do the kind of business.
Okay. Once they have been able to identify.
We shouldn't concentrate everything within Accra. That's how Accra is becoming overpopulated.
Accra is choked.
We are not able to find the places for this industrial expansion. You know, send a higher segment. And no, and replicate to other regions.
Okay.
So, one area, identify what we can do within that region, and then create those parks over there.
Okay.
You know, this we here ko yenim nam say
yeah you remember sector by sector mami ko Godfrey Nche Papa Okansi tax analyst and executive director of Revenue Mobilization Africa. Godfrey, yes, my enche amampeni is so na my state of the nation abre in who say.
Well, me share skasem na okaka na o hwe say corruption dey bia me di nchen me ka dey bia say enye efiase a obi koto na dey misika no beba.
Okay.
Dey bia I hammer on recouping.
Okay.
So ma ko ji misika no. Say enka say bio say me ne wo na ye papa de juma na ye na juma ho no obi edini sa bo skenima na so o wia 10,000. Let me say o kai ana o bicycle ana o edan ye be pese ye be ton ni agi that's kind of inti say sa ankofo madi edam say ya and them say recouping the losses no ho na o kan say o magi 600 million no mai bi and so me hwe enim say o kan say sensem na fa catastrophic project no omo o be say o anan be say 400 right
yeah
e wo ho a so omo ndi echire omo ndi echire na omo ndiji esika no be man se yetena ase e bebobo aye obebre e bebobo enso ndi hian che obeji sika no e de abrɛ me nti ye hwe ho and I also ye ho ka uhwe ye economy ni ye revenue nsemu a ye ho ka da ho no ye se o makon etie bi na ye number set 113 billion o ma tibi so aba be se 82 billion e kire se niam bi o mo ye e kire se cd no man ho so etetia ya se skabi ma edi enim kakra se dollar ma se ni nka hono ya mi se eno boa ma ye ka no e ba from kakra ansa na o ma sa so etue bi efiri ho ama ye na o ye so a low borrowing se okafo de odidi bon so o de bia o ba ko je obi ho bosia na onfa be ni ama e be monya mfa so de ande na ka no de bia na e da ho se mi nwa be me kese ye nwa be nka se yo kan so glemi bosia de koji you so one year project ni ntino se si akoye ka awutua so dan no so obia nti na returns no wanya e so mfa so nti o ka se o hwe ka no ya tete bi so na ye roads so hia pa economy bia no e better via se edwade ene school ko hospital bibia be ko so o man mu a akwan edi mu akotene pa nti yem se akwan na waka se o be ye no efa especially efa agric sector see ebe boa no chese food distribution afrefem your how kese se obeko mbia bia obi adonifu wi a watete eduaba na egu na afi
egu na essay
eno de ya nya ayem tutu nkwa se sasika no mu na kosa benya seeds na odi be san dua bio ko ba na sa no so be ha kakra yem se oba so na obehwe expenditure se ye ho kana ya mi se so be ka se na CS ni mu ni media foi ya no dem de bia se ka aban on tititi ni numbers na so se ni catch for you on mu yeduma no cut down the size of government ye kasa na ya boro 100 oha echire na eko so aban we ba em so mutwa am ho so enu echire no osan so ka se obese ohwe mbia bia obetwa expenditure ye share den se onhwe na on masa ni amano nyese ahwa na esi ana 2 years bi ni ase o afi 58 na 60 na ekọ 80 ye be se otimi de no aye edwuma saa eno so be boa ye pa
it's okonim fiemienu so ani and he's been able to use those few is it assume say 58 or 60 on one on no ye edwuma nti what will change
enti un say there's one thing say woni wadafunu bibia o ye bibidie ye no bebo nsima ma no maka tenso ondi so no onye ne saa
okay
otene bi hu ebi mo sha ase yi a ebi ye na tese ase akoye adefoforo a ewo ho nti wo hwe saa reduce policy rates ene ebosia ho nsihu na ekofom no eno so ebeboa industry for ukobo besia se de de betwiri hu kakra no ehu nsihu no se eba form no ye behwe nim se ebe ma industries no ene nkofo mo ko edidwa kwa apo na mo jiska efi abangi no no omo ko gia omo ko didwa em se so mfa so be bakakra na obe se cd ya me kan ho asemi e man ho so kakra eti $1 yi ebe ma obe oniama o krefi amana oni aba no ebe be pum enti ebe ma na wo hwe no yesa so na obo se the inflation system no ebe ko from kakra ma esa say there will be more goods now Obeto odi niama na eba enso mpaabo a ebebo afie angle ne say niama na odi eba na enye niama ebe beboa industry.
Okay.
Raw materials draw na from industry na can local production no e man ho so. Say ebeba te say emo ene anwa ene poultry nkwa dia and see our boss do man tem no.
Yeah.
I watched you the excitement you mentioned.
Yeah.
Say eba bebre sa no na ko bro so a you will be killing your local industry and to see the no appreciation goods na dwade na ekoso no one he ni year the good can become the bad ebeba na bad ye say obenye dwane bebre so na ekutia local industry enti hono say dada na ye na hwe ni ye ye be didi amemum ye me a ye hwe say yeso ye die ni so bekoso agriculture ho no ye me say sika aban bu big push opian ko no ye hwe say skills training no entetia ye de ma ye ma e wo school no ensa no adwuma no eno so wom kakra asefem say Ghana wo ba ye secondary level na skills training ye fa ye ni nko ho yi enso ye oman a owo agudie enti it is pathetic say uma ensa no adwuma ebefa gold ye be dada no koko yi wo hwe say government aka president aka say at least 50% value addition say ebi a ebe to say 2 gold say ye kotwitwa koko ye be dada no kakra ye wura kwa menkuma na bre so no niama oye ya anti ase bi ni say silo na osi o spinter road e ko ina sa dan akase koko no ka wotete a ebetima esi obe say afie mi no na miensa kra empro oye o factory say o see industrial area no de me no ye de abia asori dan say de dan na aya na asori dan and you factories no de ye industrial areas no ye no say ade ba ko ni say enka ebire bi poa abiebu sie yedu no ka omunya wo industrial hub ho na ka wo pese wo ye bibi fa electricity production for na aka isi anu betima ye sa enclave no wo betima te so amomo because they are all producing sia obi te ho ebi nti oh ma you can't even give it etoso mienu hoarding was part of trade adentina e ba say ya ye niama ye tu agudie te gold obi no ti bebi na ono wo beto no e kire ye ahe obeto ama wo he oil sector ho a OPEC for no omo no mudim countries no omutimi di bite no omo bubie gu opuduo na omo twen ekosoro a no public antikate minya na sa aka Ghana ni Cote d'Ivoire
the shortage a etimi bua me bo ne kosoro
sa antisesi ana no so eno de enye kan na kwan so wa de wonya sa bi na baby bi wo factory no a ye wa do kokocha kokoi abayi anaka hwi na de bi egu ho na de bi ye wo factory adwuma kobane be bo po mo se me pebi ato na fe de wo na wa kire ne se maji u sei enso ni sika kwa de ma yenye ne sa na me mbo obusia e bi sika na abi enti se ke ye sa ne me nyina ma ne ye ade bi a e be boa bo se edwadie ni mu na no ye that value chain hwe niama miensa de bia me hwe enim ILO reports amaye over the years e kire say 3 sectors and creating employment pa construction tourism and agriculture.
Construction, tourism,
and agriculture.
I just spoke with the agriculture minister.
Yes.
Yeah, Honorable Rico Poku.
I pray we know as a
fantastic person.
It is what the ILO reports on Ghana and other African countries. The 3 major sectors construction, agriculture, and tourism. Now, Osha, near miyem tutu mi pa tourism. Offer I say reinforce away. Tafa cho minister meka enyo na odi nsuo no ba kogu pon ato so malata asane.
Dabi.
Buti force. Say enyo na odi nsuo no kogu ho. One mole park. Elephant enye me na me de kogu ho.
Yeah.
Obi ba behwe no amosika. Africa no so ye odin. Enwura no mu ho no a o. Aboa ni pia obi ba be twa ni picture. Owi a. Okofie no. Unya na otom bo photo no atobi.
Obeto pure water.
Transport owner no ordinary fan ko ono no so afa na ba. We nyina ene hopa
na what South Africa is doing.
Now Egypt, the economy of Egypt nearly collapsed during Corona. The Egypt not didn't hopa no collapse because of Corona. Adentra na wo man de bia meka e di agro kakra so we ani break kwan so say can be nyame a Ghana de kam nya hwema mo biom. Na kan gudie no bauxite, gold, diamond, cashew, rubber boboni nyina ko sitire
lithium
Malaysia ye wie ya ye kofie no economy nya ye kofie no na esan boy ye kom with lithium now the that ben na wo bepe wo de na enne wo sa gudie we nyina Malaysia ba ha be fa wa abe hwe de ode ye fa no wo bi wo flare gas eno so ye bibia obetimi use lithium ya okay. Solar power banks.
Is it because of
Don't go far. I've said it at the other studio. I'll say it here. It is a thinking problem.
It's a thinking problem.
Yeah, I didn't know. You have to pay so say. You be ni say no. Can you cobrani nim? Say adewe. Say ne say no. So to think positive no. On fa adwene pa enye or the adwe bone na be ye. Adenti na ye nyina ye ti kroba. Na 18 tracks e se ka ye gi so eto. 80 something million Ghana cedis.
I think 85 million Ghana cedis.
Cobrani ene nia aye kanana. Ama tracker e de be si so ne nyina kasika ne ba. Would you see ye din komo we ye din komo na fa infrastructure na enter ase yi. Ye fa ne say school dan ba ko 2 million Ghana cedis. We have lost 40 schools. On one transaction. Nipa ba ko ni trim po bone adwin bone atrimo suminti a school dan 1 2 3 4 5 6 40 and you can see me no ne aban dia say your commission 40 schools that was that tracks no kwa so that is how angry we should get as a country.
Yeah.
And no ya ba ko na wo che ye no in 2018 alone eto a ye beji wo gold ya fi ban mu ye dwen ho no na in the books of Ghana ye see gold e fi Ghana e United Arab Emirates 2 billion omo ho no na omo kire say gold e fi ha about omo 7 billion meaning that you have lost taxes on 5 billion worth of gold and just say omo fi ha there omo ni so much be fam so how do omo timi fam into our systems are porous and ya ha de di ye ho dem into say ye o mine there you try ho ka so ye ko enim o man pinya ka say obekoso do atwa card bi me fio oba wastage a say asagolo me nya pin kan me ka kire we budget kitin ye wie police hospital expansion and so ne yakogina ye Labali polyclinic obi an kan say enye o me tire say ukra 20 cities unya 20 cities in the two hospitals no say abako bet be the 10 cities e wie back
okay.
And identity that 159 cities and we go see any more back so anko back so.
All right. Merci about.
I mean now you're thinking problem.
You're thinking problem. I mean call citizen ato Kwame Nadaze enche aka Abulai. Na Abulai my yefie suna President Mahama wako onye na kasagana nyina your take on that how okoye wankoye bibu ananka odo e oka wanka enyeme bi wonu ma odo obobodo kire hen wanbodo anade ehu ne den.
What's up, Rabi Mincho? Na Mincha, money on paying for. Na Mincha production team. Now a producer, Papa, Mamquache. Native for national fire washing. Rabrizi, Macada Sonano. Earlier will be some mere expectations. More boy, maybe I am a pede president or Kawasam. Makade president, in a way, in terms of touching on all the issues, he has exceeded my expectation. He touched on almost every aspect of our economy. Football for young was sports for generally when young was in the creative sector when young was Ebano apomuzina fema when young was as you see security. The economy itself in terms of agriculture, industry, in fact all the sectors when they were young was it. No trade ampa is on top of the state of issues. As to whether what do I expect or a different ball game, because you see this is telling us the state, how the situation is. Most of the times I've seen that because we don't have a template, what can the state of the nation address into? Obi owa so on your matcha or feeling the time with what he intends to do more, but not tell you the state. Because for me, the state of the nation is to present to me what the situation is now. One thing I'm hearing there, last year on the 27th of February last year, the State of the Nation address our president on me. And over the weeks, I'm going to compare it with Indeza with YA. But Accra making on the State of the Nation address, and what I remember from last year was that the president talked about the public debt. He talked about our energy situation, in terms of power, the critical point are there independent power producers. Why are they were going to shut down because you don't want cow into and we do a cow. He talked about cocoa board. In the 2025 State of the Nation address, a cocoa board he talked about it. In Tiama often at least if the right steps were taken, probably we could have averted the situation that we have today. And that is why I always continue to say that sometimes when we are making response to partisan issues, we should be careful, because you see, parties will always set a trap for you. And if you want to also gain the public confidence and you also decide to respond, that trap will endanger you. We should always be careful in doing policy to respond to partisan requests. But generally, I think the president will address most of the issues. Going forward is where the issues lies. I mean, one area I think he hold brief for people is the area of Ora, the main president in Yadjin one city. Ora, and he keeps holding brief for the Attorney General. I mean, my count them. I say me washroom or it's my then comejeka. But also, Nazina won't build. You see, my problem I've had with Attorney General is one.
And that is,
he came to tell us that oral reports now whether some of them have hardcore evidence, watertight evidence. The game of prosecution is evidence. So if you have watertight evidence, the rules of justice grind slowly. I know. Who doesn't know? The rules of justice truly they grind slowly.
But not on the guy who stole a second.
You see, these are the things that get everybody angry.
Not that the guy who stole at second.
Yeah.
The
You
one
understand?
who went and stole
He's been processed and jailed already.
The one who stole body and banchi.
Yes.
You
The one
understand?
who stole the phone.
Yes.
You understand? And the only reason we will give is that when to hire a good lawyer, it will delay 30s. This is what we are doing to ourselves. When we continue to do this, then everybody will be like, Papa be not saying we justice
for sale.
Ne tuma to lawyer kese. We will defend you kese.
We are kese.
We
tuma to lawyer kese.
No we tuma defend you kese. Me we are mpatwamba. We are bonsu.
Mpatwamba de.
Oh, if we are mpatwamba, what do we go to Mrs. Ya? Lawyer to Febi. On to Mumbo delay 30s.
But you understand?
Yes.
Also,
because case conference inputting can sometimes take months because lawyers are playing the late 30s.
Yeah.
You understand? But Jachukwe say Okromahana wouldn't go court every day.
Yeah.
Which of the issues that we are having go to court every day? Which of them?
None.
Huge amount.
None of them.
You understand?
And these are huge amount. Sums of
the president or call Yoku. I see Yoku. I say, "Well, is Auntie Yoku pay." Okay, Attorney General. On continue. But President said something that I also wasn't happy about.
That was.
He mentioned that under the security system, defense ministry, NITIWO, he brought a bill to Parliament. There was some arrears. It is actually that arrest and they need to deal with over time. Okay, now, you can also NITIWO is my friend, so don't worry.
Just like that.
Oh, Auntie.
Meti, I was monitoring. Meti, yes. But
you see, if we are going to do prosecutions, friends and family, then we have a challenge.
Yeah.
Because that is also the public perception that some people are untouchable.
Political class.
Some people have friends and certain family and godfathers that are shielding them from facing prosecutions. Is that true? These things play into that public perception. That coffee be wa yen touch one. And then I'm here Captain Smart no play video B of the president said there, Nana B or Bar of Kakodim. He said it clear video. Nana B on to Ayampia. Now I say what kind of get crazy? No, why you ding because why can't you know you ding kakra?
And you ding kakra home veteran.
But you see, this is not what Ghanaians.
Is it political which handed?
Ghanaians are not interested in being quiet.
Okay.
Yet Hannah Tobut would come without any law.
One parliament,
Speaker of Parliament can't complain there. It should be reverted immediately. Into a channel so you can talk. And such a person, what be one friend nothing. More catch and them toe boots and the Sia basis into a chrono riding was in fresh.
Yeah,
we've lost the money that they spent on losing now. In coffee could be your money. You about fixing for you spending taxpayers' money as the way I carry about you to be near from good here.
Before Dunka Hodin, I can Mohina.
Cape Coast Grady Road.
Atra a Shama. Okay. Okay. If you want to
Shama. First, no, because we be him.
Because you don't go again. Okay.
You understand? No, you knew.
No,
most of the toll booths, since I share state or more, to they can't fix them. They have to bring it down and do a new thing. It's going to cost us money.
Yeah.
And such a person will go scot free. Free.
Did he order onum?
Yeah, and we saw how some of these people were doing roads to their homes. But Quaya no did that. Baby, you doing Biazu. Where the was the moon Biazu one back.
So
what the comic industry what to me. Them roads in the way there. Yes, what was where a cocoa roads auditing.
So has
roads in almost done. Wait, Jay. No roads and I save you. Then meanwhile,
we paid money to cocoa roads that don't exist.
Why do we do this to ourselves? And such people are still sitting down. Now, when you mount a podium, that was a press conference. Now it's one show.
So what do you expect from the president?
You see, when it comes to corruption fight, I always said that oral was a litmus test to our corruption fight. If oral fails, we are doomed.
I see.
Because what it will happen is that what I need is say me in part onto a beam. Because you see, the Attorney General took certain steps that was very dangerous politically. In discontinuing certain cases that were seen as your party people's cases, now discontinuing. The what do you call it? Precedent.
Okay.
People will always refer to it. Politically, no matter how good the case is, and that's why I always love Jachukwesi. As my case, don't touch it. I want to go the full hall. Let the court clear me, so that our chairman will be there. Good case. So even if somebody didn't have a good case, and you as an attorney general wanted to help the person, there was a way you could have let the court clear the person. There was a way of, because when you are the prosecutor and you are weak, you end up losing the case. So most of the cases of court is not because there is no serious AU. The prosecutor, sometimes the way you prosecute your case will let you see whether you win or not. But if you just end it and file only prosecutor, then I get in a year no. Get in a year when Ochinanami party by them, name Yeska. My Attorney General, but catch them not the more court. Obi cried the more court. Insists I bear no coffee, where your man co party by power. Co party by power pay can overata, nolly prozuka. Give Jawari, nolly prozuka. Entry. Dama. So that is why I'm saying that for me, some of these steps that were taken are detrimental to our corruption fight.
Okay.
If we want to see some seriousness, some seriousness.
Okay.
We need to change what we are seeing now.
Okay.
On that area, I have a challenge, and we need to look at that area very well, because most Ghanaians, that is one of the main reasons why they wanted change. Because when you're there, if the current at the former administration will do cinema, that in terms of corruption and the perception of corruption and all, it won't change. And when you'll be able to hold one accountable, into Yama Sasa, the accountability will come. I could share most of the videos when President Mahama won power. Anytime he said that this country was run like a crime scene, and we are going to hold people accountable, the year was always higher.
Yeah.
The public support was always higher. But now, far around the Nekobis and Crawford, the issues they have with current administration, number one would be the issue of a corruption fight. Exactly. Because all the man can there, Rebecca a exchange rate once. In Keba Becca found go bonus once. If I tell the young to Minka, ya State of the Nation address, the minority on your Koku as a mere bear, in Kamoya Shinka.
Yeah.
In Kamoya Shinka. Because in the exchange rates may be ordered, about some like a come. In the farm gold price may be ordered about some like a come.
Inflation
by some like a come.
Lending rate.
Oh, you to put a back. So you see, governance, the bar of governance has been raised higher. I mean, me catch all there. And I do opposition. We've raised the bar of governance very high. Obeno, not about two food. No more from what the one, what the book, what the dog. Into all one. No, big inspector cross and inspector cross shorts. Then I do. The person felt or I don't know to be a president. The kind of people who wanted to become president after President Nadu should tell you that they realize that the bar of governance has been brought so low to be able to my so they don't know about mind and you're able to me. They told us, Oslo told us, Honorable Oslo. Okay, and there say Okaburo in Dan can a 9-year-old can run Ghana. Okay, in opposition, they said, what about no way? On your business. Since you are running this country with 58 ministers, with no chance in the bond market, you don't have access to it. But this country is going on. We are running it and paying our debt. The corner and the entry and since I will try without access to the bond market. You understand? Sometimes mama you're free and I make it. Me, I always believe in let's say things as they are because Ochina be more power. That's what I will expect. I will expect that the truth will be said, and where there are gaps, we can lay the foundation that these are the gaps. How do we fix it? We can't fix it with this 4 year, because Maria, I have only about 2 years to really work and show results for Ghanaians to see. Because me first year, me set my government. The next 2 years, me di ejuma. Or the final year, no, the Ghana of one so no we jina do what mama board at Faba me build.
Yeah.
It's Bibia me mention there. I'm using an ad hoc measure to solve an entrenched problem. Papa, you know, I can't realize some. They realize some. They can't realize. I real Queen Kuti is car bed, Jibusi Abeja, but I did your real Queen. But to my year for 4 years, never fashion to do. Yeah. You understand? Into a long term plan. It's saying now you to me there. At least 2% of our of all the inflows I will be on. It should go to our railway infrastructure. It's a baby aba. You don't have a say or you by law. There, the Miss can don't call for that fund.
Okay.
Now you do your damadina. Inka tafija yedu yenyim. That's the government support, and then private sector will come in to do that. You understand?
All right.
Inka yedu yenyim, but obi question obi asa na ya yedu try yeninti. Ya amanyofunu yedu try ya yenwu nentira masisi an yenenti ku no the one. Ohabe ya mensonku eyiku.
Okay.
Inti ame mame strain there. On my pain do abaka the State of the Nation address. The minority, the biggest minority in opposition in Parliament says that they will give us a true State of the Nation address on Monday. I thought they would wait till Monday. So okay, a press conference. In that YSN a press conference, and they were still talking about some of the issues. You see, I think Mami MP Osahin Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Markin. You know, me Misrani Omba Tuku Bole Sha Atono la bon shamole kra Moyen
again on ye
the yimzi na respect there yede ka ho na de support the no abenye bi osisi nkofo bi a no ye nyame bi no yentumi ya fa nko because it is too hollow.
Yeah,
atasa
no
mu yedru on get wait dey the young woman it's ECG as ECG board chair.
Yeah, board chair.
J. Now the inefficiency you left at ECG. And then you could do a couple ones up.
Okay.
Kwamina. Hey, Ato.
Hey, citizen.
Hey, Ato.
Hey, citizen. Where that's it. Well, it was for my men for Konya, which I mean, Kaimo. I asked from there, but ye didn't go send me different. Yeah, you know, Bema. Baby, I'm a Kaya Nami Raho. Your friend, Joshua Bruce Smith. A dear, your tardy friend, I captain. Yanin Nane Waha. Wadani Benkumso. Captain Kodaya once, so we fried into Mani Tintimo. Near Bushan Fine is a Yamia Domoa, watching her. Mimmin day, be Jenny Ufusum Fe, na yapen Krabe. Ye be yes, Jumedi, and I win Abe Coso, Namiat my memnenda, a yochine, no way keeping yen sleeper. Ye wo Kwashiman School Park one more, a free anopa, non son nefa, aircraft. Na efe kwesi adanso so ye first match so e honom a Mount Moriah Pentecostal Church e honom e Kwashiman Kwashibu yakọ akọye ne nasesum ediama no odofo yesrewo ne adua to ne nyon no na yie captain ejaye captain ankrayen captain edaya wansore yesre da dofo ne yetiefo nyina se wo kina anopa odi obetimi anon wotwe kra na wo ho anon kronkra na ye trase ya yie anum sikasa e wo ho ye ton safra momra embeboa na Captain Smith ne yie no enyefe ne hata echi fe moma yembra na yembebu ebusua moma yembra na yembejam ye dihie ebi se captain a anka obeba dotro yesra yetiefo ne yahwefo nyina ne aboafo nyina se yenuan we free mu ntochena mo be ya dum be yemboa na ye hata nechi efe ebia waye mre Mr. Imbush Heba Mr. Itafren opposition edro make am for edi amount bombodi ase ube pebi wonye bia ebeboa wo nse wa wonya den so wonti apo wafie waye mbre omi system na ekofom nti obiribi ani a bo nse wonam awo kwa fanfa oye biribi na nti kakra kra wabre wo kasa kra na wabre mpache kope opposition edro ni bi eye Imbush Heba Mr. Enya na ewo pharmacies and drugstores ahudo mo fre 0246 208496 0246 208496 and 0540 710113 0540 710113 na kokoje de hardboard da se men kan kire o onum gusua eye wadoye adoye omude yo ne so mo ma wasase ma wato obu ase etuatua na nkakra anti hardboard say o pasase o bebe te say dawa ediwe Miami hubo lotubu ana lotube dinu mi hu say ye German name efe o pasase e wo tropoli ningo pram ene ne potemu a ensase no mo atete so and one say o bet deposit just 50% ensase no e be 30,000 e be 20,000 e be 25,000 Ghana cedis pe mesrew enesika e da ho a wo de beye biribi hwe kura na wo de kotwe yi ntoma and hwe wo de koye ne ho fato asase pa na appreciate and depreciate mesrew bombodin pa na on hard builders for nkasa it was 0241 66 52 00 0241 665200 and 0540 226276 0540 226276. The chat to one is 025 60 64492 0245 60 64492. Hard builder say bra beji asase ye twa asase amaw na wato bo ase tuatua ne kakra kra na kire say wonso so bibia atutomo akoye ede amaw. Mr. Omefa we intwemu o na we dey snate for na ka say hey Social Security and National Insurance Trust SMN Kaiwo members nina the public osisa abre no ehu hia se obeko mo branches se okwa access wo mo services ehu hia ya be for kwan so dey wo mo introduce SNET virtual branch so if you are a member you can access services fa woni kura se kura wo she use SNET app no o dial *711*9# tienie ma kwhwe say we djuma no company no mutua wo SNET kwhwe how many months are we contribute to until you fe na wo working in akwa home office me pacha me say dial *711*9# *711*9# and one no SNET portal no da so na wa hwe bibia ho se wo pese wo ye bia e bia won ti bibia se service e ho no 24 hours unti bibia se afre 0302 611 622 0302 611 622. Then you can interact with SNET. SNET will deliver on our promises. So that is it. Maminko, Geoffrey, me ba unchen biem.
Right.
John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, Ekasai, and the Kase on the Sona no. Otachi so many Okeka and Sembebre, the Transport Ministry, the Agric Ministry, the Cocoa, CM Minimnia o pese. You have 10 minutes now. Then emudi o he na o pese o chance on it now kasafa ho.
Well ofa the prospect or say ye ko ye nimnyama o hwe so obeye ama ye ho asane ye no. Ye mi say eba say be try ho ka and say we nipa o individual we company o we o man o ade ba ko a wo sutu mi pa e ho ka on say me no ti hey waketu ya 1000 maketu ya 1000 say yenko yenim na niama boko suru ye te so ye ho ka no ne ye wo sutu bi
okay
say na ye didi ye ko wache base ni akoba nku ye di 3 times a day ye ho kire ya anopa na ye sore na ye se bedi nkomo na atwen na yakodidi ewia na edi nimle pa obi anti meche say ye ndidi anopa enti oman no wo ho no ho ka de wo sutu mi
okay
enti o hwe de omo mo ka say government is not spending enti na ye nyama na say ekoyi no omo dika ese ndusu hia
but who ana ka say government is not spending
o de ye magiatum spending ben spending there when say spending there back to Katibia pit no and no spending spending there when sky chain $2 million no Pualugu $11 million and no spending now open no and it say spending no you target say spending be one na say na ebo obi o so na mwa nyina
yeah
say na dey container bia go siketa epo bia no baby say ye keta port na ye tue obi ka na mfaso bia ma na say spending na kan dia and na go pese makoma sorry
okay
spending in there when say we say saglami na si ho na waba kobra na wie na obi an got nim no wanye ne yie dia na spending be so proper targeting of debt no we are see afana nyina individual organization nations. It is not wrong to take debt say over ko bosia enya ademi na say America kra dika Japan so dika
but how you use it
o ko bosia ne ba yes yo nika e papa e bie nika ma esio ye ko bo bosia edijiska ne reko bie nika mienu e ka ho a na ye nya mebro na nkofo ba na wonya mebro nika na no na eno de enye eye say anke ko bo bosia no e na ye papa nika dada na ene ye de light be bobo ho ne de condition ko se nika mu na nye first nika e condition bo ho ena kire say you didn't properly target the debt and this jambori na e ko je bosia na yan fan be ye ni ama e be dada na ma fashion baso no enso na ekuye corruption was another thing enti me hwe mu a na ne ni abre kakra fa corruption no say o ma di scan bi no me bona baso say yanko yenim ne yanji scan bi nya be maka no ho bebri ba bibi ba ko hia say won say e ho aso ne san kan say ye ko yenim asotwe no ene one of the solutions be constant transfer nipa ba ko tran bibi ba ko cha na katose ne prayer ene ba ko ye abepie mo
please
potokasem ye say say nipa no otna ho no you will be promoting closeness ubo ho an say wabe na danfo njo cha wo pe no na
familiarity session.
Yes, familiarity will breed content. Nti just say o mini no we nipa na just o mu di dem ye oye sa de so ebe boaye sa dollar insensem hu no maka che say we should work it for the positive. Say ebe ba na ye be import goods ye import goods na eba bebria enye goods a e ko factory mu na industrial parks a ye be bie na ye fa sa factories nko gu sa industrial parks enclave say ye sa industrial we see no ya be ama free zones no. Let's establish industrial parks and ensure that we'll give incentives and support to them. Na ye fa enibri enye agriculture, tourism. These are the areas I've said and I'll repeat. Agriculture and tourism and construction. What are you constructing is also important. So we are road construction and also my ejuma pa ye got an nkwa former wom carpenter for baby labor for baby
steel benders.
Omu nyina benye bi ntida o se no etere ejuma num na se oba agriculture ho na ye kana ya ye president aka say obehwe say at least 50% value addition and also ebe but training ni so hia say o se work good ma men ka say bi na ye nyina ye nka ye ho ne ehu say wi ase afa na nyina na o ye bibi efa koko edwedi a yedi o wi ase nyina no obo Ghana din a obo din no abo Ghana wa ye bone one Cote d'Ivoire, why a bonnet? And so, I mind me anyway, the total profit from cocoa, they get less than 10% of it.
Too bad.
I mean, how does it happen? Say, cocoa, getting your cocoa, cocoa, Nangas, or bring emoji, no, onya fili muno. In fact, one, a chemudua, bakuno gronya. And the honor, that's what can be. Now, one of the ways of fighting it is to have a common trading platform. And now, yeah, Jenny, any, ya no enko film about pricing, ni jano, ya no enka hubi. Now, what we say, badi bakuso a higher pie is school training. Eh, they be I mean, cause a course be a new. A course they be I say in Kofodrona marketing.
Now we should do more of technical and vocational.
Bra, nyame shirao. Wa more good, wa more diamond, wa more bauxite. Nyame nya maka nyina no value addition kwa o ye pa na utra 24-hour economy ni ma. Na just say the production be kosoro. E kosoro na just say obi a nya dwuma ni bi eden. Now you're training now. If you don't connect, three things must be done. You connect training to industry, and you connect industry to your raw materials. And do for gold that your school are omoye nyamafa gold no edada no.
To me in a necklace.
Na factory no so ewo ho. Into ye two gold na they dey factory. Factory no so even from training time no intention in nyama nyina.
Sana see a gold board through gold board. I'm saying those.
You dink town pa no mo share CSO no mo share you dink town na. And I make say gold board no yense make the other station gold board na ngasa no ade bia esu bia ne yesu efa krono ene katahye ne proye a na efa gold no ho no he ma me nka kire e na me be ka fidie so how means words me say that's why I was coming about 80% we nkrofo do a omo be say 8 omo sun etia gold board no they were the people who were corrupt. Omo no mudi gold ja bone no. Okay. Akronfo no. Omo na say omo sun ye go medjuma. They were doing something called re-entry when you me. Omo the gold no be fa Ghana e to gold no Ghana. Near they fa bia corner they go pay to go. No more they assign ra Ghana biom. Say ada ECOWAS protocol no na just say tax no be ba form. Hey, ofa he. Enya ngwara o. Krono ya bo Ghana no enya de kito gold board no be di mu no. Buying of a gold now Kobana be just say eno na ama galamsey na mu atere hey jagoro no mamu jagoro no enye na galamsey no obi ye dada as na ewo me ene ade be say kutia so we are fighting it now say oh fight here gold board this kana woji no one of the things that this can be say person organized mining, say small scale mining for no better machine crap with their mom. No the group acquire their two and I follow and I neck cry I'm saying in Accra no. I bet PM say you mat one of our universities no almost you make treaty science you know and TM said they are sending that almost as some way who juma yes we no let's organize properly you share omo groups just our cooperative okay small scale mining now abandoned and crash she be as small scale mining putting them into groups yen shemukina na gold na yetu etimi na ha enebe adepano gold dit na ha wonya gold reserve sa wo ton na wo di nya wo forex no na wo sanso ye den wo di dada no di bi chain enia mi nyi no adabraka na gold smith omu go bebre o nyina wo he
and they be who bimpo
and to board of man account poetry no that's another thing when you make all these profits so this is can be o share poetry no na wo bie mu o kakra na mono so o still start take up we be got say oh Ghana industry rice no entimi serve market no so mugu temale ani bia bi ma obi nto ndi
mugu temale
enti ye tetere say Ministry of Trade the trade minister na so man ho me so kakra Mr. no nya pay so man ho me so kakra because when him say food and beverages for no omo ADJ I was expecting her so ni omo ba ko hia no me din kita ho kakra fa pricing no ho see a ombe na mboa bi omo de be mo say o mu clear bit mama mo instead of the tax exemption mama deferment bi kakra 3 months as exemption member so mpacho Mr. and the idea dem be printing me tipe na makoma me me wadan for me yes ade no
oh nanya abuja
jai exemption member so don't go there go to
buy one qualify one more exempt to more
offer yes exemptions in this country in 2017-2018 people were granted exemptions and custom officials didn't even know those people had exemptions free zones exemptions ni bi no near to come say udi jane sa infie nkono that is 9 right na edu infie du no so a no etua tax nkofo company akese omu di yesika ne sa na kodu so no sa company ni din any owners no adane ni din yet with professors and doctors omu die dem be ma tibi hwe oba hwe ha be no hwe nti wo hwe exemption dem pacho wo dey free o ma yen exemption bio in the next 10 years opa ko hwe for the first 10 years exemption am I no ye value for money bi biamba ho na MC president me futu kakra exemptions there instead of exemptions on your deferment but the best we need any incentives general incentives need say you find say night and dawn economy before make 24-hour economy no opa ko hwe me records mu are set in 2018-2019 on tax dialogue about the night and dawn economy that we had concentrated on 8 to 5 p.m. and the night and dawn economy me no ti on osu night market once na wo one cycle yeni ebe to sisi ano nkofo ton phones any laptop anyway but that's the best but even that is even the best time of sale time I make call ejuma girigiri me call school no untimi ton phone mami many abri afia am go share scan so the best time to buy and sell is around 5:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. that is the time that the tax officials have closed and as am no so cut goods if Interland or the ban or to 80,000 60,000 goods na make no men who say board there can fa wadwin koda we are talking about 120,000 80,000 60,000 worth of goods in one big truck or the bardon and I was kind cars small kambu chain they come and land there around 3:34 a.m. by no fault of them it is a tax avoidance the people brought the cars and they sold it to them somebody was at 5:30 a.m. and 6 a.m. we did the JV and to win a one bedroom tax but that is tax avoidance win a one bedroom tax to go in father and so now no father me so no ATNJ POP roof in here or give 4-5 contractor but then the boy she took na ba no give 40,000 60,000 80,000 in a month or 3 months we mention that's about 240,000 300,000. One funny thing is onu Jesus can we are onu jata ote unfortunately for you we don't have control about that time edu sikan be money so in the informal sector the GRA says that 80% of persons to pay taxes are in the informal sector yet less than 10% are paying. What do you have to do? Expand your tax net say with the assembly once you are getting property rate and those ones rent taxes are also existing. There's a lot of revenue in the informal sector but when him kobrane aswon ding and the kind of 90 Oma say omo hu ye na oma se de ja e ma se sika no omo che efa ewo munche di o informal sector no.
Okay.
Say bie ni ko ho you see, let me tell you what. If a committed governor, if a committed leader comes to this country, not so be ya won. Aso twe ene ni bre odidi ekire a. One see a Professor Mills journey report some time ago no. And out here to force in ni bre no de kasa. If we get people who are committed and angry, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Thank you. Okanse, Geoffrey Medase, Maminko, Papa Grace, so enche na yembisa no. Yahwe enyoma bebrea o ma peni ebobo so. Ehefa pa na interest wo pa wo gidi say we need to hammer. E say boss na yitu aramon wo ho as a nation. Electricity reforms. Yes. Electricity reform.
Nyina ye ni mini akoso ECG.
They are akoso ECG.
Last year, before the PRC, the friends ebe announce say omo the increment ba. Ishia PRC. Na your boy ECG. It is say they don't deserve an increment. What we need is to benchmark them for their efficiency.
Okay.
Into omo bana so omo kaso omo pe. Into more be some say benchmarks now the ma were they able to meet here. Because every year they come, sometimes quarterly, no more pay increment. That's an increment now the man. Timemu for no into me here. Into them be an ebe to make us in breve. Uncle for salaries so baby I done one da. So into no yen fiesa a hon na yen free because the inefficiencies in ECG are too much. So nema esomoye no we don't know. Ohwe meters a ye de ma omo a. And I say they be bobo yeah offense domestic areas ni public places no. Nina they are not calibrated. They calibrate and one they calibrate. The only mandated institution of youth years are no Ghana Standard Authority. They must work on it. But they don't do it. Into more years, then it becomes a big problem for all of us to entertain your friends saying ECG the way, because they're supposed to be the backbone of industry and other small scale businesses. Unfortunately, what we are seeing is that they come and tell us that they need money. Every day they need money. Meanwhile, the leakages, ECG, they tell you, even at just 2% crap, the quantum of Sika Eshrikon, a dozen.
Okay.
Oh, now for Omabeyeno 25-30%. Because President Nekano, no cannot say inefficiencies, the money that they are losing through 25%. Into the calculator, if it's about 80 billion Ghana cedis a year,
okay.
Now you 25% free. I call waste.
Yeah.
Into what do we do to make sure that 25% will stay? Say even 20% in KCG, they will not come asking for price increment. So they need the private sector to work with them to make sure they stay in line and productive friends and venture. They can do it. If only they get the private sector in it. Then they should tell us and show us how they can really manage this sector. Because year upon year, there's a problem. Because we share Greco. Now we share friends and VRA.
VRA, Greco.
And some about ECG. Or more produce electricity. VRA, no diama Greco. A Greco, Ediama, ECG.
Now we distribute.
Now Konako distribute who calls my boka. Nkofo na ma ye no mo de ama o o ma mboka o kwana koye kwachiche na jiska ne bra who calls my boka nti no boka de be den yin sa kan sika no then they have to come it's a public interest by every investor. So if they want to do or improve their facility they invest and then they sell it to you. Manufacturer bia na say producer bia no doesn't go to the consumer and say me babe me sector no to friends saying improve service into who consumer no TS can mami. But they invest before they put the output before you, then you pay. That is how it's supposed to be. You don't come and tell me that I should contribute money for you to go and make an output efficient output. So one to me, just to one call. Into the call that the president has made, and no. We should allow the private sector to come into it. And just how they are going to do it, it should be very clear. Efficiency. Your friend is saying companies are very fair. There's a company in Tema. Almost power nibifi Gridco. And distribute my friends heavy industrial sectors.
Okay.
Their loss is just around 2%. Even that one, when they made their presentation, they said we are striving to bring it down to at least 0.5.
Wow.
That should tell you, sir, they are serious in making their. Now, ECG they don't have any plan to tell us how they are going to mitigate these losses.
Is it because a government entity in Indiana?
That may be. So, now say emu esuma almost too much, then they should divide it. ECG.
People are of the view and
also say
perception.
They should fire them and then put better people there to do their job.
Okay. Aban juma de say enso awe ya beti sana dodo na esika no. People are also of the view say ebia eko yema private partner no ebemu a the cost eboa ss yenye betua no as consumers no ebe cost because you and I know say every businessman want to maximize profit. What you say?
Say you can say nature say you be job mo ye ni na. Say private sector no or didn't sika be ejuma or per profit into making sure say nkofo ya for mo ye ejuma ni na no they are very efficient in what they do. So jade ntina say ban say aban na all year there we should let it go without even asking for accountability. So analysis am here no e be anything say you can say me kwakoye investment member consumer no magiska as amakwakoye you produce and provide that efficiency and borrow money from wherever I'm going to borrow and do the capacity building by improving my sector. Into factory in here Juma, then I produce to sell it. Then the consumer will come and buy. Oh, na me yana se me ye show the product na me the go market I want a better.
Obianto.
Oh, into no adeba kwan say to me ebisa as consumers no. The calibration of these machines is very, very important.
Okay.
I said this time, this is the call that we have to make. Because you will say there's nothing that will change these people than to come to us and ask for increment. Now there you say PRC, they are not able to tell ECG, say this time we will not give it to you. The only time I'm going to be increasing is electricity at 2023.
Yeah.
So, but all the years, every quarter and a half a friend saying, halfway the year, they go and ask for an increment. And they give them. Because they have a target of 30%. I would say 80%. By the time 2030. Until 2030, that's where they have started. But they are not telling us by 2030, the cost of consumption, and I say cost of energy will come down by 30%. But rather they are looking at how they will get up there. If that is the case, then you and I are going to pay more. Now, we share baby to say 24-hour economy a day by. Now, Cecilia Jatum say, Emra. Now, the backbone of production is the energy sector. That's the energy sector. We are not able to control it the way it's supposed to be. That's the thing behind the cost because Ghanaian manufacturers are uncompetitive within the sub-region, even in Africa. We are uncompetitive because we produce the same across about 3 countries away, which is Nigeria. And we go to Nigeria to bring the same thing that we are producing in this country. And yes, when they pay their duties and everything, they are still 30% cheaper than what is being
we are producing here. Yeah.
So do we want our industries to survive or do we want them to collapse? Into factories in Wahana, apart from no free zoning way no way, Omuyana, Nina ye production now we consume here. We don't export much.
Don't export much.
Well, now we consume 100% of what they produce in this country. But we should make sure, say, under this regime, 24-hour economy, these people can produce and then export. Okay. When they produce and export, definitely the country will move forward the way we want to.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yebedin komo na mamema chairman Awingo Bitakwaba. Chairman Awingo Bit Exporters and Importers Association Ghana wa Jenny Fugu nenswa wokwa wontobi mbreme ononkwa na wokwa okoto and then wawini fugu to
shane double
shane double obaku bi sei makasa mi koni fia me aposi for munye ready me kwa ko wia ono ankasa maka chire no chairman boko de
boko to say nura
boko to say nura
wo de friends yeah you came to warm the bed but the constant hosts, they know that my two a champion, my two your friends list to my G permanent seat no the citizen who may family tutu na I think for you now I'm say my G my two a list to
well
na my list to well and my permanent seat was I had a permanent seat for chairman Awingo Bit. At for in Amuni. I know her for me chair lawyer citizen at Tudazi.
Okay.
And then Minia Samuel Ajre na tax officer and a tax consultant Oja.
Yeah.
Okansi. Oya Minia pa.
I see.
Well, I think say Omampinye Kasa. And okasa yi pa sene yenim no or a very good communicator without any ambiguity.
Were you at Parliament?
That be and na me butu or media general.
And they me to chacha and
and we on your FM and on your TV and TV3. In fact, not joy crash on shame crampa. Joy news. I want to be Jamie could do her late. And me free a class from an Accra Fm for him. I have to come here. I had a home and Tisembadua Yabonibia. Well, let me state emphatically say, from what I listened to the president now, he spoke clearly about what he met and never been Pempesua or Digana Beduye.
Okay.
Until say Omampika say the flight is at the runway, about to take off. Imagine to.
And then
okay. Say no crepa because is this say Oka say they've taken tough decision with prudent expenditure and open for business. And I say also the growth and acceleration, stability over speculations. And now I say with credibility and discipline. And now laying the foundation ready for at the runway to take off now. Or see the team. Is it the team for Steve March, right?
Yeah.
Is going to be building tangible transparency and restoring hope. No crying. This is Razi. No cry. No cry. No cry. Also, so far, no, Ghana has been ranked among the top 10 largest economic from 6.1% of the previous disaster to 2.6 no surplus no or no the growth from 3.1 to 3.8 fiscal discipline. No cry. No cry. Baby Mitrano. And so I can tell you. He said there's confidence. The confidence has returned. It's true. It is true. It has returned. True. And so, look, I can tell you that President Mahama has reduced the domestic or the external debt rate from 82.1 billion to 61.8% to 45.3%. And you know, that is the sharpest. That is what I'm paying. And I can say on the 2nd of January, and where they say about some your mama and the Minister of Finance and the government. Because there's every government say you're quite the first nadaba. On the first say now you're quite a for you're quite Juman, you're quite party. And some more. On the second, you had that with hangover. I know okay. They were paying debt. They paid money. On the 2nd of January. This is a serious government that you can run away from it. And so, look, let me tell you on the Eros bonds, yes, okay. Until I can tell you, and then he tripled the upgrades for many years, from 54%, 2024 to 23.5% to 3.8 over consecutive months. I ain't okay. Oh, man, who be now? What do I say? President Masam no kano. Ain't no credit. Food inflation from 26% or pick to 22 local produce growth. And our petrol now or pick from 15.2 to 10.2 no ain't no credit now. And our diesel no or pick from 15 series to 11.3 no ain't no credit.
Ain't no credit.
And before I feel my you are reducing your relevance. But I agree with you to say Avery Makins is reducing his relevance in Parliament. He's a very good lawyer, fantastic lawyer. You know about that. But you see, it's not everything that you make. President Mama, in ending his speech, no, he tried to cancel them, but they didn't. Or see, it is not about your party. It's not about my party. It's about
Ghana
coming together. He said we have been there before.
Yeah.
And we unite. So if you say we have been there before, we were ruled by colonials. Nkrumah came and said, independence now. Those who were saying not independent now, Nkrumah left them and went. And at the end of the day, they came back. Is that not it?
Yeah, they did.
So this is not the right. This is not the first time, man. And look at it. It was about strengthening the city to position it for a good fight against what the dollar.
The dollar.
Not about arresting the dollar and give the IGP, who are paid to is now resting at your friends and you no or baby no see the fear no. I will call a bri after a bri.
A cropon side.
A cropon side. Me cromedy say Dr. Amabo from Dr. Amabo ni fini a bit too fini. What do you say?
After a bri.
After a bri. None after Manfi. There's another crumby war. Dr.
Amano Chrome.
Dr. Amano Chrome. Only I call quite galamsey. Amano Chrome. Also, it's a remarkable over 100 billion. Current President Obama Kanye. And why? Is it not true? I ain't no correct. And so, Ocean Nimanam on a baker and any surplus. What economic activities on the 6th of February 2020 bill no pass no crampon or say you don't need even the bill Accra reference international airport or every international area is still having Accra international, so there's no even need for PNDC decreasing. So already the French but no back they say Accra international airport there's no need. So it was a huge deficit. I know he took over. Huge deficit with reckless expenditure. No crack. Can afford that. They don't even say Yakojilo. No name. There is two difference between an investment banker and economic and accountant.
Okay.
Atufosi is an economics and accountant. Economic person, when you are doing policy, when you are rolling out policy, you look at the masses. But investment banker, he's not looking at the mass, he's looking at the profit he's going to make. And so every time they say, let's go for loan, Nana Ofurata is happy because data bank will be the advisors and they will take a percentage. So he mortgaged all of us. And I'm happy that, and then, Yamami, former Chief Justice, Sophia Akufo can say, he never rejected for picketing at the finance ministry. Look, at my age, 47, by April I'll be 47 years.
Okay.
Me who say, Obia Baba Juma Boga Ama na mai or call retirement. Na say your man or retirement benefit. No see me look bond saving, bond investment. Na me coupon mature na my baba Jimmy pay. Me baba J category profit na bano. Na my invested capital no. And also you wake up over one night, then you mortgage the whole Ghana. You mortgage the whole Ghana. In fact, President Mama can person on boss should say, I have come and I paid all domestic coupons has matured, we are paid. And they are paid. Also, it was not in the captured in the speech.
Yeah, in his speech.
Another thing that I didn't see and I was expecting to see in his President Mahama speech of the state of the nation address, say he should have also acknowledged as a speech who came to Ghana and make our Sebata the hottest commodity in the world. Just like President Mahama went to Zambia and Zambians tried to portray as if a laughter of what he was dressed. They didn't know what he was dressed. And Ghanaians youth, Timmy youth, on social media flooded Gambia and their president became say, to the extent say, the foreign affairs minister called Addis Ababa for AU meeting. Now his college foreign minister say, the next time they are converging as foreign ministers, so when you go to the northern part of Ghana, Fugu has besieged.
I see.
The cost of Fugu has gone up. We no maybe 400 and now we only 400 Ghana cedis. What talk over here 600-700.
But I will see hata.
Oh, I am medical dry, but not of the overseas.
But I say we see hata.
I will see.
Yes.
And and person who says you me me fear the one. And me so many trouble when they are and so minia. And I was happy that he said cylinder manufacturer no. Our sprinters no.
Yeah.
Is going to come back because he has positioned it at Ghana Gas and MPA and Commercial Bank. And I think that Commercial Bank has been, when Atufosin came to present the budget of in 2025, was it March? November. It was March. It was March. 2025 budget in 2025 budget was presented in March. At that time, most of the SOEs, state-owned enterprise, including our banks, and I been the rest were red. And then they have all turned green. We can't green any form, but I say, green the make, green the make. Feed Ghana inflation, food inflation has dropped from 2 to 4%. And government has invested over 300 million into buffer. Say the maize glad, and whatever we are talking about. Buy, store. So when it's a comedy, you release it. Or my parents are okay. Tomatoes na ya or see it is unfortunate and they are telling how the government is trying to pay. Then he acknowledged of Enura what happened at Central Region, especially those who went fisher foods that went to fishing. But I'm a maritime person. I have a problem there in what President Mahama presented to me.
But why from those black pirates? Why from those pirates?
So hold on. As part of my master's at Regional Maritime University, I was taught maritime safety. And so President Mahama stated in the speech that it is piracy. It was not piracy. Whoever wrote that statement should have consulted Ghana Maritime because that should be the advisor, the legal advisor in maritime issues to the government.
Okay.
Within our territorial water, within our coastal, it is robbery. There's nothing like piracy. When you talk of piracy, we are talking of 200 nautical miles, 300 nautical miles away from the sea. Even with that, in the Ghana Maritime Authority, we have somebody was saying that I think I listened to defense ranking member, Reverend Ntim Fojo, and no can say a piracy because you cannot. No, the Ghana Maritime Authority is very robust with surveillance gadgets that they can even
zoom and
surveillance from here over more than 300 nautical miles away. In the coastal area where the fisher folks go to fish and this thing happen, is supposed to be controlled by the marine police. That's why we establish the marine police. That are equipped with boats to patrol to make sure that within our coastal they are supposed to protect. Then far away nautical miles is
robbery.
It was robbery. In maritime terms, completely this is a robbery. So that's why we have the Navy. And our Navy is very robust. And our Navy were the people that came quickly to make sure that they quiet the whole thing and then rescue our people. And yes, no, but they will definitely arrest them. I know they will track them. And I know that we have a lot of things. So, many abema, ubisemea, metraka say, some now for your market barbecano. And of course, capitation grant has been paid by the government. Capitation grant, they left. BC debts. Someone said it was one of the things that BC, why you wanted to even leave the government businesses. It has been cleared as so far as I'm concerned. And so what are they talking about? My trouble and I'm happy that at the end of the day, President Mamaka say they are going to get new patrol vessels for our Navy and get drones and other things to monitor. And I think I'm so excited because when there was this issue in regards to Burkina Faso, Meme can say we need to deploy drones, we need to get military to escort to Burkina side, and the Burkina side take over. Then of course remittances. A crown for and African black Americans. You're from say African Americans.
Afro-Americans.
African Americans are almost back.
African Americans.
By the courtesy of ISOSP. Ghana, no person John Mama so acknowledge. I don't know if I made mention of this because I was expecting the president to also acknowledge at our national parliament that this gentleman who came out also put map. Even though my presence, President Mama presence at UN, the clerical call that he made, and his visit to Zambia that has made smoke, spark, and mob are demanding. ISOSP also came to put Ghana map at the pedestrians that we can see. And better than we also had about 7.8 billion inflows of foreign remittances coming to the country. And so, quite clear, if the country, the government had not put up mechanism in place to want all these people to come out. And then what else?
Okay.
See, minority leader, Alfredo Makin, whoa.
Medase, Otiano. And the Ubube. My cousin is in Atokwa and others in Chai, but my main country, SIC. Over 60 years, one of my boy in Juma Hobine factories, and Hobine. One of my boy, one casa with Juma Wujano. So they have business, I bet me a grow ye. One of the SIC was built on integrity, reliability and care. And from motor to fire, accident to travel, marine and more. Whatever you value, no me pacho, make sure say only SIC for AD and come more. Because at the heart of every policy is a sacred promise to care, to deliver, and to be there when it matters most. Kaihunu say SIC SIC insurance, our promises are say cred enti wonom edi wonom eboshe so me pacho jinambe ina free to free 0800100055 0800100055 ono amonkasa sisiana SIC mboa wo so wase no mo mboa ho ban na bribia enkoso e ban insurance dia e ma remfi SIC efenia ye hwe ebiem enie ebia opedwete kakra ediegu bottom e pacho reveal your fortune, reveal scratch for win. I had the NSS we and so dial *850 *5# tier 1 tini for phone na yam bom bom *850 *5#. Epacho, you have the chance of winning. Sika bebre amin to membody. We are, you just follow the prompt. Obey to me, every 5 CDs, because be 2,000. Now we choose your lucky number or lucky card, out of 5 options. Now what confirm gameplay. Now what enter your momo pin. And no. Hey, utiye sika. Then you receive your game result and winning instantly. Easy. Fun, exciting. So get ready to scratch, win, and live your best life with Review Scratch. For win, up to 1 million Ghana cedis for grabs. Me pacho kai. *5 *850 *5#. *850 *5#. That is the shortcode to play. Review Scratch for win. Scratch keke na disikase bam. Can is ha mamen ko citizen. aha meba ohonom na break akada ni na onso wetwa ne bi mfoni e de akyeye ya hwe economy no nsem keka ne be Samson Awingo bit aba akabi yewra agree enso so akabi dia biem ana ususu se ehia pote se asoman na se ye nikọ ho na ye hwe
the chairman Awingo bit was
na okohe
na kuma bisa na no obe represent importers and exporters and now represent PNC na
bisa semo
anyway it is true that it's difficult to say the president as some no Kenny Bueno it's actually difficult because like he really the issues he mentioned the issues and they are true. It's just that some of them could we do better than we've done about them in the past 1 year. Like I said, in 2025, 27th February 2025, President Kuku border someone. Into CEO no President when I mention a coward no mention a Juma what did the CEO do to avert the current situation that we have? There are lists of things that the president mentioned in the 2025 SONA.
Okay.
And Oraka, he's talking about what has been done so far. Question 2025 SONA in terms of our Greek. It is only the Greek ministry me reading about 2025 SONA. Me who that this time around the president is talking about things that have been done. Okan Gugwan Kitty Sonanu. In there, Okan Gugwan Kitty, he's talking about, he's able to talk about the number of beds that have been
okay.
No, you see,
minors are still on the road.
I'm talking
so
about.
Are we to blame the parents?
I'm talking about social intervention policy.
You are free one. Once maybe immigration call because sao because he's saying they should continue that effort. Because by now, one day wonder.
Okay. Me, I'm talking about social intervention policy. The ministry has outlined that it is responding to certain challenges that we are facing.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Because some of the ministries in BOY, some of the things Russia, some bay in the Ministry of Communications. It's as if that sometimes we the BB by the BB by BB. It's not enough. It's not enough. We want monumental things. But you know, this or the women ministry. Eba so far. Eba nyama sika Ghana ye pump into that ministry. Eba nyama na train and there. You've been able to do it.
Okay.
That is why we want accountability. Yes, this government is doing well, but we would also hold them straight to ensure that Ghanaians get value for money.
Okay.
Because ministries in your car. It's a year that you be on for so. It's yes, yeah, but man paying about to say, but you can't number of the new ministers and they need to be up and doing.
Okay.
Because after SONA, we are expecting them to be coming out to be also over church. No, one more man paying some alcohol forward.
All right.
Now, or man paying why you do the next time about Benya and some market Susaka. But so market the new market time that makes more market here. Muntaka mesma oye ni maybe oye go for work from a recruit for work from aptitude test awoye no won some kotin obi ko boy oko boy no kra no network I didn't ba
are you serious
obi ni won fa na you fan shaka no him on cha no kompo I mean some of these things you know.
So this is that's finally we have 2 minutes. Timamiko Papa agree, Hona Papa agree, run up and my Papa, your final.
There, yeah, it's in and there I'm say, medical the kudos near Bema. Nafi, Nema Mukasombe last year, this year, we teaching what you say, Bibrina Ecoso. At Hayana Metina Mikase. By November, Minister Nbeba Soba be presentation, Embassy be Jiska. Okay. Not for appropriation, but near more my year. my yena ma afei no ho report no de ba afei kakra na be ka no nim say nye bibia no make me wi but near my nim say bit me aye na this year there by November no I say to me born to fa okay nti no presentation ankasa ama enya bi ka nema wade na din na no e be scrutinize ni na hwe over time ye wo say ba mom ECG asem no I say hwe ho na ye kan ye ba esan say na the backbone of whatever we are doing as a country. It is a omo na so muntumi enya say na president na kan omo modern yama private sector and bring na efficiency.
All right.
Let me say Jumonko kofa world community Jumasam no dozo inte Jumonko but so far the omampe wayaze nimpe info wa born ma control scripts na zina munde wayaze because he touched, like I said, he touched on every aspect of the economy. We hope that it's not going to be just talk. Some of the things that worked up at the end, it's a project wild line of our base. What you need now that can I see Ghana or Accra International Conference Center. Why the very fabric is another one. We can hold some of these. You know, we want to make Ghana a destination hub for international meetings and conferences, and it's true. There are so many countries, Kenya, Rwanda. Almost every international conference are going there. Why? Because they have the facility for it. You know, so if Ghana can do that, na Gwafure Banusuna, tourism so kodo, local economy so kodo because what is ben baby, all these things can be done. So I think that most of the things that he has outlined, if they are doing it and the releases are also going on time from the finance ministry to the ministries now, when is can be over. If the financial release or on time, my ministries are fluid for them to do the things on my
Papa Majwe
yeah ja
na pombo ko de
adum ne mobo mo den ti say serema ponche be ma
da hey na no so me da ase
me so me da wase
onyame nshira wo
amen
papa
amen
yeah yenko ho
mpacho
na yenko Benji for enchen said Benedict Dagadu eka no wo se wo hwa pa na wo chia pa
me da na ase so
o se wo chia pa
me da na ase
okay etu dia ma yenko
mate ebuse ye be ma won ache ye be ma won adwo ye be ma won akwa aba ne asen ama won aha said the fidie no so nti baby a wo bia no we yi wo de esansa abrochifo ina etie nya onua oba wadamfo Kofi Nyameche Ghana for Kofi Matrase won say citizen show no bebe sina minka won sa na I said dia wasa cap man we ndwem so what ase na me som wo so dia na me so me pra kwemu sa na one news one kase ebo one video na chese eno so won mo ba bebe trase na me so me jemu ede ama no won so aye won hu fi sa enti apafo ne ye doson enti Accra 100.5 so ena wutie onua wadamfo oba Kofi Nyameche medo there na ye too far na ye ko Benji Estate and Investment bacho shenon so edin no Benji Estate and Investment na chese baby biara asase papa de bia eda ya abemu eda wa abemu eda mabemu eda wa abemu na chese eye wodia eye media na se me wade a eye wodia sa won so wo bia eye media eye Benji Estate and Investment me pacho ye dinya misro efie nyansa ene osuru nimdie ene ede bo brane ede ye dwuma ene ti ye dwene wo ho na me pacho ye ma bibiara emma meton ye ka nsase dia ye ka nkro yi mu nsase papa bebi ede de ye bebi amanso sem ahemfo sem langard asem eni so dia sister bra onua Kofi Nyameche medo ekọ Benji Estate and Investment se wuti trotro mu se wona mobi afiche se wo pentem unyanya anka obeti nkomo ya kwa akosi adaje ne ebere nti dia mesraw me ma wa homa na fesie me hunya nche endi enimu da ebedu brebi na wunua bi
o sister bi wadamfo bi wasafo ba bi usofo bi na o pasase na onu we di nkomo na wakase oh ebiri bi na metike mu ana me na mo bi fiche meti bibi sei na anso mesro me hu ya nche endi enim da eni ntifa ahomenye na Fred Francisca na kache ni se kufia meche se promotion chenchire nche na ye no mesro on my discount esan se maka kire ewo enframan mu 0248 78 0887 0248 78 0887 and answer 0553 11 6602 0553 11 6602 me fan biem 0553 11 6602 me bo nkomo emu nkyeremu a na kyese asase a langard asem eniso asase a manso sem eniso asase anye matra makwe asase a mogyasem bie eniso asase a aban ensa hye yedwumedi ase maka kyew se 2 years ni mfie mienu ene abosoma na nda kakra ene ye hye promotion ba akope ase yenya nwieye na meka kyew se nkakra February na bia na ye didwumedi ekọ na wieye na nenti ama ya to aso abedu sabre de bia na wotwe bia metna bia meka kyew ye wie pe na unia Ghana fo ni bi se brakofi ade afe na ya boabo ye hu awi aye ba no na esese ye extension esese ye to aso eno ena Benji Estate se mepacho mesrew mfaso nti ene ye didwa ene nti first come first serve enti ye somwa na ye som esompa enti mpacho obadia brantem ye se ahaban bi wo ho ye friend tutu mirika ko hwepo ma onambo oto na beji asase na enije sema ewo ye nsase sem ho ewo Benji Estate and Investment se ana enene se mpacho ye nsase ina ye twa 70 by 100 70 by 100 na sa asase ye twa 70 by 100 ni ye de ma 30,000 Ghana cedis mpacho underline or circle the word 30,000 Ghana cedis afi mesan akire mu akire 30,000 Ghana cedis ni yenji ni nyina bum wankasa wo bi na wo de man a ye beje na mbom se o man ya Ghana sika foforo no 5,000 Ghana cedis mpacho sekere no so ana underline 5,000 Ghana cedis me pacho ye beje na 5,000 Ghana cedis enu no obroni se initial ana se wo deposit me pacho tini enu na ye wo 5,000 the deposit na ya ma wo bre eni adaje na wo de etu 25,000 Ghana cedis na aka no eye wo de won me ma me nuanu agbefo se asegbo ma wate ase ana me se afa no biem ye se asase no 30,000 Ghana cedis my 5,000 fa beto ase sanse ye dwen wo ho nsu otofa mu ye den na afi asase no ye ma wa abosom ba akokosi miensa na fetuetua 25,000 na aka no ye koya asase yi so memenenda ene wukuada ana wukuada ene memenenda enti wa wo hwe abiri ya me no kase ya dia wo hia nyina ya 0248 78 08 87 0248 78 08 87 ana 0553 on sa meti speed no so ba for mpesa wo ti ase ye 0553 11 66 02 0553 11 66 02 numbers mienu ena Benji Estate and Investment yedidi djuma na enije semne se sa asase ayede ma 30,000 u bisa me se ehene ena eda me pacho asase no eda chopoli ya won sase wo mmia bebre e wo different locations ba chopoli asase no yehun se nipa bebre ne je won esanse eho ena new airport city no ewo ana eho ena affordable housing no ewo ana se eho ena green housing no ewo na sa asase ame no ka ho asemi ye dwudwu so ahwea ewo so dada obetim dia start project me pacho nnua bie ne so estate land afi sanction nso title land enu nti sa title land no Benji for ye di mu enu anse ya asesa de amount enti se ya no mfo de no me pacho ye 30,000 no kra no ebi no mo de ma 70,000 ni 80,000 e wokru yi mu Benji se ye hwehwe ade wo fie ni enye bia ne kwa abonten efie ni fie so ye nka enu nche se abonten ni enkofa mmedi enu nti ne ya dwen ho meka kire wo se ye de efie nyansa ani nyamesuro ene osuru hunumu ena eye adwuma Benji Estate and Investment ne kra kire wo se oto asase wo ye ho a eya afebọ maka kire wo dada se onyankopon wo bo osoro ne asase a oye asase wura no ofre me papa Abraham no ode asase na ehye ne bo ene nti car enya asase plane Tico V8 ene de ekika ho enye japade necessity obi anye bi eye na mbom sa opa ade ya ejapade wa asase wo yi so a eya asase maka kire dada se obi to ni benkum so a na obi wu a yese ni fie wo he enti fantofo bu baby se ye bi se wu fie ye mi se wu sika enti me pa cho efie asase ena ye ejapade enti sister waswa nneoma akọ etin wo kuro yi mu bra waton kube wona mewiem o ton socks o ton handkerchief na wo boabo asase ke nyina no be 10 years na wo de komo obi na asase no wo sanka okoya na wo baaye na dia mi hunu se enkra hamu ye adwuma mafie wura no kese mepacho bia na waketu ati se anoma ne ba nanum nanso rent a wutua wo kuro yi mu eso Benji Estate and Investment say beja asase ewo ye nchen ne tuatua no nkakra 0248 78 08 87 0248 78 08 87 and I say 0553 11 66 02 0553 11 66 02 Benji Estate ye butter trade ewo ya so ye na meka butter trader me pacho ye se faka papa bra beje asase na ye nso ye maw asase enti exchange is not robbery enti Benji Estate Investment say bra ya so ye na ye maw asase na won so man ye car afi ye number 1 stop me pacho open blocks open ahwea open cement bibi biara ye de she dan ase ne de wie dan ne de board dan so Benji Estate ye me pacho other services misrel opese ye indenture ma building plan architecture edien bibi biara ye ewo ya so ye Benji Estate and Investment ye motto ye follow your vision and own a property today do eni so ade hunu nechi na nye japade ende enti wa ye trotro driver emfa hu na adwuma bi a wo ye brabetu susu ewo ya so ye na ye ma we japade na won so daachi wunni wa omma onanana na nkan so abebo udin se osimesi na oja ya asase enti me pacho kasatentin bia ewi abobo ano Benji Estate and Investment ye dinya misro ene efie nyansa ene osuru hunumu ene ye adwuma enko ma obi nji usika nya obukata enko ma wo a wo ye breadwinner no asase no kra wo sa ensa nka ma ye ensa nye wechi eyie 0248 78 08 87 0248 78 08 87 anase 0553 11 66 02 0553 11 66 02 meeting Eddie Kofi Nyameche obetimi afra me Ghana fo ina Kofi na meje oso unia osomfo ni didiye nanum ye me pacho one news one kase ebo me nkrofo na nche
yadase
bia aye kama
wabo eduma alright ebusia wasungusia wutie Accra FM sabe die citizen show no esia nesa nche bia no yede news at 6 ebesum wo sabe die odi asempa na afi abnanya ko a ɛna team no nyinaa yɛ krado nansa na no yɛnkɔ no sɛ